Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you. And if you want to become a member, please do click the join button. YouTube will help you along the way. Alright, as you saw, 3 big points for Jamaica Reggae Boyz. We're going to talk about what that does for them and also what's next to come, and also do our ratings as well, player ratings. So you can kind of gauge the difficulties of this actual tournament. So hopefully you guys get here, because I know it's a little bit early for a lot of you guys, but it's just the time that I do get. So I hope you guys totally understand that I'm trying to give you content, but I just have a lot of things doing. So we have Ian says, morning to you, Ian. Lamar in the house. Up and running is here. So I guess a lot of persons still turned up. All right, so let me get it going. So 3 big points. Beautiful sequence of play right there. Ethan Pinnock shielded the ball between 2, then broke away from the 3rd, laid it off to Bobby Reid, and then Bobby Reid lay off pass to Demarai Gray, and Demarai Gray had a lot to do, and he did it with relative ease. So big ups to that sequence of play, and it showed to me, even a night that it was very tough, admittedly, by everyone, all of the players. I've listened to them, and they said that it was very tough. So everything that we were seeing, it's the same thing that they saw on the field. You know, they gave Honduras their credit, because as what I've said in the balance of play, if I'm a Honduras player, I would leave it to say that, we never got 3 points in that game, because they were slightly the better team. So to be honest, slightly better team when you look at all the metrics and the creativity and the chances in the game. But as it says, when you get a chance, if you don't take it, the next team, worst off, if you have quality, you're going to make them pay. And indeed, we have a quality player called Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray keeps on scoring. 82 minutes, 1 goal, shots on target 1. So he pretty much took 1 shot overall in this game. It's dribbles. He had 5 dribbles, completed 3 after 5, and touches 31. And over the 31, he completed 56% of his passes, which is 9 out of 16. Pretty poor for me, to be honest, on the passing side. He tried 2 long balls that never came off his ground duels, 4 of 7 there. That is decent, and he lost possession 16 times and was fouled once. All right, so it was not his dominative stats type of game, this one, but he still did enough to be effective in the game. He had some driving runs that I thought that he overdid it, to be honest. Yes, but aside from that, you could clearly see that he was the one that will take on someone and make something happen in the final third. And I want to key out this man as well. We keep on not giving him his respect. Bobby Reid. I thought that Bobby Reid did some good things yesterday, showcases intelligence that we keep on talking about. We never had a true striker on the field, and no one realized that Bobby Reid was actually the striker. Bobby Reid was actually the forward, the forward to link the play yesterday, It was weird. It's a weird type. He's floating between left channel, the central forward, and still trying to do attacking midfield, or not attacking midfield, but a supporting midfield cast type job, because the coach wants to stick with this front four type thing, which is mad. But anyways, good, intelligent performance from that Bobby yesterday. Showcase that anything the coach wants him to do, he naturally comes out and try to get it done. And you have to have those footballers in your team and love those footballers in your team. Let me know what say you if you're agreeing with me on the Bobby Reid term. All right, I think he is a very educated footballer. All right. This is Sankangi said, JD, we have no idea where Bobby Reid was playing. Look like a 4-2-4. Yes, but that's what I'm saying to you. It's the role that he got. We had no true striker. Showcase the importance of Michail Antonio. All right, we had no true striker, so he was playing a roaming central forward role. So he links up on the left hand side, drop back deep as to make up the numbers in the camp section, because we were losing the battle in midfield. Yes, so all of that happened, cranky. But his role that he played was good. For me, I think he did enough. because without his role, we could have been overrun. Because clearly, let me be honest, Honduras, we cannot say Honduras was the better team. Or you're not saying that. Let me know. Let me know what say you. We can, because for me, when I look at it, Honduras was the better team. Honduras was the better team. So if we're gonna look at Honduras being a better team, which I even heard from the players them, and they were upset to how the game go because they believed that Honduras was a better team as well, and they thought that they got their tactics wrong. So who to be blamed? Because the players them saying it, you know. So I'm not going to argue with you who was the better team, because I thought that Honduras was the better team as well, and the players them believe so, and I think everyone that wrote on it, they thought that they were the better team. So why that happened? And because that happened, you have to give Bobby Reid more credit, because Bobby Reid keep on improvising. He created big chances after big chances for personnel on the field. You get me? So that's why I wanted to key him out and give him his respect. You get me? Because he keep on improvising, keep on getting himself more relevant in the game. Every single time Honduras changed something, he changed something and caused some problems and link up play. So that's why I wanted to give Bobby Reid his credit, people. All right, it's not like I'm overpraising Bobby Reid. I understand that Cranky said he did not know where he was playing, but I have to give him his credit because he keep improvising. I truly believe that the reason why you might not see or know where he was playing, it is because of the coach's system. And once you get the midfield isolated and we keep on losing the battle in midfield, he has to be taking up positions, and it's not centrally, it's more to the left-hand side, closer to Gray, rather than centrally. So that's why it looks like he might not be playing in a true position, but he was playing a position. You get me? Estechny said Jamaica had more possession than Honduras. Yes, we know that. We said that in the game. So Estechny, you thought that Jamaica was a better team then? Just answer that, Estechny, and then we move on. That's why I asked who you thought was a better team. All right, because the players them said the same thing. Based on what they were facing out there. All right, so based on stats, Jamaica was the better team. Check Saka so far. Let me bring it up right now. Since all right, so based on stats. Let me bring it up on the screen. And I will open the Discord so people can come in and say their piece as well, because I don't want this to be a long drawn out one. So I just want everyone to have an opportunity to come in and say their piece and give their take as to what they saw on the field. All right, as you come in, please do smash the like button, share, and definitely subscribe. This is the stats that everyone's saying. We had 54% ball possession. They had more shots. They had more shots on target as well. They had more shots blocked in the game as well. They had more corners in the game. All right, so take it as though you want. You'll have people still come and say what they have to say. I'm just telling you what I heard from the coaches them. I heard from the coaches them. I heard from the players them, and they were not happy with the performance. And that's what I'm saying, all right? So if you said that Jamaica was the better team, okay, all right. No problem. All right, I would agree that Honduras was the better team if one look at the big chances and their link up in the final third. All right, Honduras was better in the first half. Jamaica pulled them back in the second half. The field was the horrible detract from the game. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand what you're saying right there. The field definitely... But here I know, what we have to say on the field, the two teams played on the field. Jamaica played on the field, Honduras played on the field. Honduras' control was not the best that we know them for, but their control was way better than Jamaica's control. So is it that Honduras is just a far better controlling team than Jamaica? That's what we're saying? Because they look better on our own pitch, you know. They look better controlling the ball on our own pitch. And it's two teams playing on the pitch. So I gave our players, the benefit to say that the field making it bumping up, that is true. But Honduras still found a way to deal with it. Remember, it's our country, you know. It's our field, you know. So why we can't use it as an advantage? Can someone please help me out with that? Because Honduras seems to pass the ball better on our own pitch. So we can't. They also had more yellow card, yes. This may sound critical, but I thought we were just plain poor. I think that is not bad, San Cranky. It's not bad. It's exactly as what it is. I saw the markup in the game, but let me stay and part. Let me stay and part because we want to credit them for the 3 points. That's why I put the 3 points there, and you're gonna see more articles. Ian, I can't take calls here, and I don't have the system connected. It's in the discard or not. All right, we can't take the call because we don't have any system connected. So it's in the discard. The link is in the description. All right. So every markup, it's just the 3 points they're talking about. Everyone mentioned the poor passing and everything. So I agree with the Frankie. It's nothing blind. It's 100% what you're saying. That's what we saw. But we got the 3 points. Suriname never got their 3 points against Grenada. Could have lost that game. Haiti could have lost against Cuba as well. So in that situation, you wanted to make sure you get the 3 points more than anything else. All right. I blocked this card. Oh, see if you block this card, Ian. I don't know how I go work out that. I have to mash up my whole stream. Just to make it take a call. I can't do that, Ian. You get me? I have to just open the discard because that's the only thing we work with today. I have to fix it in the future. But I have to just work with the discard because that's where we link with the people for watch the games. So that's why I use the discard. So you have to just work with it for now, Ian, until the next time. All right, people, as they come in, 11 minutes past 100 people here, and we can't hit the like button. It's like, I don't know how it's hard. It's so hard to hit the like button here when all we talk is just the actual truth. Is it that's so far from reality then? All right, so let me try and get the link for the thing so we can get people in the Discord to give their piece. I wanted to start a few other things, you know. All right, so lobby the post match. All right, so I'm in the post match now. Let me get the post match link so everybody can come in and say their piece. All right, so guys, who was your man of the match? Who was your man of the match for you? All right, so we have a we can't use the pitch as an advantage because our players don't play on the pitch. In 1998, most of our players were playing local. So all I'm saying is technique. 3 points is all we needed, and we got it. Advocate says Pinnock and Whisper played the best. I don't think that is true. Don't think Whisper was one of the best players on the field. Whisper was okay in the game, but that is just an over-the-top advocate from you. You're very biased. That's not true. Pinnock, Whisper was not one of the first or second best player on the field. Ethan Pinnock was the best player on the field. Yes, and people still nitpick Ethan Pinnock's game yesterday. So that's not true. You can't. Yeah, you have other players that were better than Whisper. Stop the lie, man. Give the other players them credit. They are all Jamaican players. Give them their credit, big boss. All right. Pinnock look comfortable under pressure. That is something. That is what I want from all of my defensive line players. Them. Conroy, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Sakpa say massive respect. Daniel said Pinnock best on the field and the pitch. Advocate says Whisper is his man of the match. You're just lying, brother. You're just lying, or you know zero about football if you're gonna say Whisper was the best player on the field. Whisper was not the first, second, third, or even fourth best player on the field. He's a young player. He came on. He played in spurts. He was lost in a lot of parts in the game, showcased that he needs to get a club and go at the club and play some football. When he can play more football intelligence will be better. Yesterday showcased that. That's why Bailey stopped him and was scolding him. I know that people would say Bailey is not the perfect example to be scolding anybody, but you saw that's the reason why Bailey was trying to tell him what to do. You understand that the facts was there. So just stop over the top. And that's why you force your kids them not to be better because you keep on lying to them. All right? You keep on lying to them for no reason. Shamar was not the worst. Because within 5 seconds, Shamar on the field, Shamar outdid what Whisper did in the field in 5 seconds. That was link up the play to Leon Bailey. And when I scale the pass 4 or 5 times, he actually passed a good ball to Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey run, left the pass. The first touch from Shamar was actually a big chance to Leon Bailey, and Leon Bailey failed to gauge his run and run past the ball and then don't know what he needs to do, and that's what happened. So you cannot say Shamar was a bad player when he actually outdid Whisper in 5 seconds. You get me? Come on, man. Aldre said, the player is 17, he's learning. Give him a break, JD. Aldre, I don't know if you listen. Well, I have not talked about Whisper one time. It's the person in the comment section I'm reacting to. And I'm giving everybody a credit. We have all Jamaican players on the field. So we should stop this segregation and just start the truth. All right? Yes. So Mark Davis said, what the heck are you talking about? About Whisper by far one of the better players on the field. I said, Mark Davis, you don't listen well. And I realize a lot of you guys don't listen well. He was not the first, second, third, or fourth best player on the field. So you couldn't get the man of the match. That's a lie. And if you say that, you don't know nothing about football. You know zero about football. You're just lying to yourself. All right? And you're lying to your friends them and your fans them. You're lying. All right? So let me move on to football. All right? Let me move on to reality. All right? Yes, you're lying. All right? Whisper provided assist to Gray, correct? No, it was Bobby Reed provided the assist to Gray, and it was from Ethan Pinnock beating 2 players and then beating a 3rd player to pass it to Bobby Reed. That's how the goal scored. I can't show it on the screen. All right? Yes. So it was Ethan Pinnock created the goal as well. Ethan Pinnock actually created the goal. But we can't take the credit away from Demarai Gray of how long he had to run and what he had to do after to finish the chance. These are all factual things. So it was a combination of a goal, but it started from Ethan Pinnock beating 3 players in order to get it to Bobby Reed. And Bobby Reed laid it off to Demarai Gray. He had a lot of things to do in the end to get the job done. All right? Yeah, man. Gray is the man of the match. No. I think it has to be Ethan Pinnock, knowing that it's Ethan Pinnock actually created the goal. You understand me? Even though Bobby Reed scored, Demarai Gray scored the goal, I still believe that Ethan Pinnock has to get it because without Ethan Pinnock, the goal wouldn't score. He was the one created big chances. Let me bring it up to show you that it's going to be counting as a big chance because he was the one that created that one. All right? All right, Shamar cannot start again. Just let advocate. It's a Jamaican stream. Let we love all the people in advocate. This is not the day for it, man. Let we give the youth them credit, man. Come on, man. Pinnock was by far the best player on the pitch. Whisper should be playing up front. That's what advocate says. I think yesterday proved that we need a striker. We need a striker on the field to help push back lines, because I strongly believe that Honduras was a good team, but they should not be all over Jamaica like that, and it's because we never had a true striker on the field to push back their defensive line. Maldonado, he pushed so high in the game. And that's where Maldonado and Garcia, those are the two that pushed high up the pitch to squeeze in Jamaica majority of the time, so they could get the isolations in midfield. So if nobody pushing back the 2 centre-backs them, they can always advance. And then they made the entire team advance yesterday. And that's what you guys always want. You want fluid players, but fluid players does not give you everything. They don't give you pushing back defense line. Because we weren't pushing back their defense line. That's why they were so confident. And I thought that our person was not the best either. That's why they could have always passed the lines and exposed our midfield, and then gradually exposed our fullback, especially Javian Brown, and then get 3 out. We get 3 of our back players them, always been isolated. You get me? And that was the problem. That's what I saw still. If you saw something different, I have no problem. Antonio was a huge miss. Yes, I think yesterday people saw how important Antonio is to the Jamaica team. So it's not all about goals. It's about linking plays and transition play, because football is a 90-minute game and not a spur of the moment game. You don't win games by spur of the moment only because you have 90 minutes. If you can't show, you can't make them fearful, they're not going to be fearful. And I thought that we produced nothing yesterday for them to be fearful of us. That's why they came on top of us over and over and over and over and got those chances over and over. Yeah, so we have to work on those things. Yes, let me try and get... did I share the link? Let me see if I share the link. All right, so that is the link. That is the link. All right, so Chris Smith said, JD, you notice when Brown on the field, most teams attack on his side. Yeah, people do studies, you know. People do football work, you know. They do studies. So they work on the players them that they know will not keep the ball. Because yesterday I saw what they did to Damian Lowe and Javian Brown. And if you guys told me that you don't see what they did to Damian Lowe and Javian Brown, then you're going to be lying again. You see what I was telling you? We could have composed, we could have kicked the ball a lot better, you know. But yesterday you realized what they did. They only put one player on Damian Lowe. Once Damian Lowe has the ball or Javian Brown has the ball, they put one player on them. Just send one player on them, not 3 or 4. And force them to kick away the ball. Then when it comes on to the one-on-one battle, you have a 2-on-1 with 1 or 4 players, them where Damian Lowe trying to kick the ball long. So and when Ethan Pinnock has the ball, you realize what they did. They back off him and invite him into midfield to keep it compact. So they knew exactly how everyone played. So they once one have the ball, they give him a different look, and once one have the ball, they give him a different look. So that's called football in education. They knew how every one of the Jamaicans played yesterday and use it to their advantage. So they only press Damian Lowe, not Ethan Pinnock. The one time they tried with Ethan Pinnock, that's where the goal came from. The one time in the game they tried to press him, that's where the goal came from. As a matter of fact, the whole back line and the keeper were fantastic. I would not say fantastic. Javian Brown got caught out a lot of times, but I still believe that he contributed good enough. You understand me? And we had to be good enough in order to win this game. You know, and we had said that we would have run over Honduras. And now we have to say that everyone on our backline had to be very good in order for us to win this game. What is that time to worry? Let me know. Is that time to worry? Is that time to worry, or you think that it's just the first game and because the field was not good enough, we have a bigger ceiling to reach? It might take a little more time, but you have a bigger ceiling to reach. What say you guys? Let me know. Because that's the question we have to ask, you know, because we expected to run over them and it never looked that way. It looked much more complicated. So what you say, what you think, is a time to worry, or you think that it's just the first game and a lot of things went wrong, a lot of players not playing football, and we have to just get everything together and just try to get the win? I want to say, that I will just take this win. I think they're going to get better. So for the persons that's saying that they are disgusted with the football that we're playing, I think we're going to get better, but we still need the coach to make a big decision and put more in midfield. You get me? I still want that. I think that will speed up the process of us controlling plays a lot better. You know? Because yesterday we had more possession of the ball. Yes. But on the field, does it look like we have more possession of the ball? It does not look like we have more possession of the ball, because majority of our possession came from the back line. Ethan Pinnock have a billion pass. Ethan Pinnock might have the most possession of the ball, like on the ball. Maybe he did not have the most passes. Maybe he had the most passes. Who knows? Let me check out how much passes he completed. Maybe he has the most passes as well. But he had the most possession of the ball. You get me? So it was not like it's fluid transition and we're dominating up top. So what we are doing, majority of Honduras balls were coming through midfield and attack. So their possession is much more of a true attacking possession. The intention of their possession was directly to go at Jamaica every single time. Our possession was mere 40% of our possession was on our back line. 40% of our possession was on our back line. So that's what we need to try move up from. So even though we had the possession, what were we doing with it? You know? Yes, so I think the coaches we have the player. I strongly believe that we have the player. We have Latibo here, Casey Palmer, Daniel Johnson. If we put all three of them in midfield, maybe we're not going to play the fluidest football, but I can promise you, we are going to get a better thing out of it. We are going to get a better thing out of it. Just my belief. If you put those three in there in midfield, we get a workhorse and then use Latibo here and Kevin Lambert to switch. As that one DM, we get a better performance. I promise you that. We get a better performance than what we get yesterday in midfield. Big up yourself, Travis. Massive respect. All right, let me know what say you guys, all right? Bless up, JD. The players haven't gel well. We have no midfield. Casey Palmer is not the man, and we need more movements from our wing back. All right, everything on the talk about pitch. I sub Jamaica play all the while. Long balls even in the Gold Cup. All right. JD, at one point, I thought Pinnock was Damian Lowe. Long ball FC. All right. True, that JD. He needs to try that. I think we have to put more bodies in midfield, and that's why I can't say Casey Palmer did anything wrong. Because if you take an attacking midfielder, I think the coach is blessed by taking attacking midfielders and trying to turn them into central midfielders to play deep. It makes no logical sense to force one of your front four players them. That's clearly not working out. It makes no logical sense keep on doing that. I honestly believe that these players are not happy playing like this. It don't make no sense playing like this when you have the players them on the bench to come on and do it. This two in midfield makes no sense. Casey Palmer is not an actual CM. He's a cam. So when people see him making last-ditch challenges, that is for defensive centrals. So I don't. Ravel Morrison is a cam, Daniel Johnson is a cam, Casey Palmer is a cam. But once they come into Jamaica team, they have to start playing defensive central. You can't blame a man for doing a different duty. No, Stan Cranky, the link is there. You can join the stream if you want. The link is there. Everyone can join the stream. I said that's why I can't blame no attacking midfielder in a Jamaican team. You cannot put a man as a defensive midfielder. I saw the man start Daniel Johnson and Ravel Morrison as a deep line midfielder against Mexico in Mexico and expected us to hold possession. We got diced up every single time. Brother, we have to talk the truth, man. If we can beat the players, then we can beat the coach too. Cranky. I know you would agree with that. Too much Casey Palmer, all right. So people actually agree with it. They are not actual CDMs. I thought someone says Lowe couldn't play out from the back. After that, Mr. Juras, can you claim your cry feelings, you know? I think yesterday after watching that, you would have learned that Lowe is not the most efficient to play out from the back. And you have the balls to come here after yesterday and say you think Lowe couldn't play out from the back. Brother, just stop. You see, say, are your ego your problem then? Juras, you expose yourself. Because if you say Lowe play out from the back good yesterday, boy, you need to stop watch it. You need to go back and watch Barcelona, go watch Manchester City, and go watch teams that actually play out from the back. Stop it, brother. You other people, and you actually go down in the mentals, the mad side, because Lowe never played out from the back, brother. Every time them trigger, they exposed Lowe yesterday that he's not a possession-based centre-back. So you see, I was not going to activate my beating for Lowe, you know. But you see, you come to there with the ego and you get embarrassed. You expose yourself. Boy, you come talk about the people. All right, look, Drew Ross now. We have 150 here. Did Low play out from the back yesterday? Did you feel comfortable of Low playing out from the back yesterday, people? I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk. Let the people say yes or no, people. So let this man, because here him change the narrative, you know, the man did him job. Okay, every time if a team know how you play Girlz, if a team isolate you and actually just force you to kick the ball away, they know how you play Girlz. That means they know that you can't pass the ball, Girlz. You get exposed, brother. Stop, come out of your feelings, brother. The truth is the truth. They know how him play. That's why they activate a press on him and not anybody else. They know how him play Girlz. The truth is just the truth. You talk about me get exposed. You want me to bring up him stats? So we bring up him stats. We bring up him stats here. We bring up him stats. 45 out of 61, 74 possession, 74% passing. He played 12 long balls and completed 6, 50%. So, no, Ishmael, but all I'm saying is it proves what we are saying. So stop it with it, Mr. Girlz. No, because you from the other day you get upset because somebody just call up Low and saying can't play out from the back. And I thought that this should have showed you because Honduras is not the highest pressing metric team. They are not the highest pressing metric team. The highest pressing metric team is United States and Mexico. So my point is valid, Girlz. You should have come here and told me sorry. Because you're dead ass wrong and you're trying to go down a road for no reason. When you should have just said, damn, JD was actually correct, you know. So me should have worried the man when the man actually was correct, you know. Wow. People, please listen. I never said the man never have a good game. He had some good recoveries. He had a clumsy challenge for no reason when he actually won back the ball, but that is typical Damian Low. So I remember everything that he did. He had some good recoveries. And the one in the penalty box as well. When he won the ball again and slammed into the player. Thank God we never have VAR. Thank God we never have VAR. If you want me to go back in my brains and tell you every one of the plays them. So come on, man. Let we just be honest to ourselves. And yes, Pinnock did went long. Pinnock did went long as well. About Pinnock, let me pull up Pinnock here just to show you. He did went long as well because obviously we had the midfield problem which you just identified. Pinnock had 84% ball possession. He played 97 passes. He had 19 long balls, so he had 7 more than Low, and he completed 9 overall. So he completed 3 more than Low, but also played 7 more than Low at the same time. But his passing was higher than Low, which is 10% higher than Low right there. So it's there. JD, them fans here only come for argue with you. You can't convince them, and they enjoy doing so. Yeah, man. If we had VAR, it would be 2. I would agree there because I thought that was a legitimate goal when you look at the replay. Just send JD a 3-piece KFC, and he'll be what? Brother, I don't want any KFC to be anybody's friend. I love football, and I'm talking football. All right? Yeah, so let me open this. I put the discard a few times. All right? So I don't see anybody join. All right? So don't come out later and tell me that you want to join anything because I'm not going to do any later show. I have Nigeria to cover after this video later. So anyways, let me go to the voting, guys. Let me go to the voting. I'm going to try and set up the entire Jamaica roster, Jamaica squad, and we'll give our voting, guys, for the team. All right.
Big up JD. Big up.
Okay, we have Jason join. All right, thanks Jason for coming on. I'm going to just set up the team. I'm going to try and set up the team. What formation we are playing? All right, I'm going to put KC Palmer here, and yeah, all right. I think it's something more of this we're playing. All right, let me fix the jerseys and everything. What we're going to do, we're going to put in the names, and then we are going to come up to the amount you give them. like the ratings you give them. We have to do that as well because people naturally comes on the show for those things. All right. Yes. So secondary color, main color, green. All right, and the third color, secondary color, all right. So that looks like more of a jersey of fire. Damn, yo, the jersey fire. All right. So weight in goal. So weight in goal. Then we had Bell. We had Low, Pinnock. Then we had Brown, Javian Brown. And then in midfield, we have Casey Palmer. All right. And then we have Joel. And then now we have midfield, we put Bobby Reed. Yeah, because Bobby Reed was playing a forward midfield type role. We had Whisper. Then we had Demarai Gray and Leon Bailey to finish it off. All right. All right. So let me go like this, Jason. Then we do the rating. So go ahead, Jason. Give your take, and then we're gonna go straight over to the rating.
Yeah, so just big up again to everyone in the chat. I hear the conversation today so far. We're trying to kind of rationalize the performance with the result. I think sometimes we have to just separate the two. You know, there's many times when you watch football games, the result might not match who perform better. And I think that was one of the things that happened last night. I won't say that Honduras was miles better than us or anything like that, but they were more comfortable on the ball during the entirety of the game. I think that Jamaica, where they did well, I think an underrated aspect of Latibodier and Palmer, and even to a lesser extent, Bobby Reed, was their duels that they won. I think Joel Latibodier was in like 18 or 16, some big amount of duels that he was in. And if you have a CDM that is getting himself about like that, that's always a good thing. And the same with Casey Palmer. He didn't have as many duels as Latibodier, but he was very successful in almost all of them. So there were things that happened in the game that maybe make sense of some of the ratings of the Jamaica players, because I think, as Ian Campbell pointed out, our ratings overall were higher than Honduras' one. But, you know, I think most people will say on the football, Honduras looked a bit better. They were able to build through the channels a lot better. And they found space better than us. So, you know, there were aspects that we did well and some that we didn't. And I think a lot of the times, you know, what drove up our ratings was just our off-the-ball work. And I think that's something that this coach has improved, because, you know, we kind of concede to a certain point on the field, but I see where it comes down to the final third for the other team. We are doing a much better job of blocking the spaces. So what could have been a clear opportunity for the other team, a lot of times we can reassess and we are able to shut it down. So that is an improvement I have seen. Whereas, you know, players that look like they would become big chances aren't really materializing. And I think that's something that the coach has brought to the team.
Okay, all right. So we have Arteta in the house, and we have Tom Stranger as well. Massive respect, every one of you guys that came in. Arteta, let me hear from Arteta, because we know Arteta. Sometimes they say he can be critical, you know, because he wants to be Pep. You know, yeah. He said his ball like Pep as well. Yeah. Good afternoon, Cranky. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, JD. How you doing? I would say good morning, because you're in Europe.
Yes,
it's afternoon.
Yes, it's still it's three o'clock for me, man.
It is 3 o'clock. It is 3 o'clock for you. I think you're 6 hours ahead. No, look, yeah. I didn't think we played well. So that's critical, right? I thought we had some good moments in the game. I thought we scored the first goal, which was called offside. But if you look at the replay in slow motion, you realize that the pass was made before Bobby Reed went to the offside position. So that should have been a goal. If we had VAR, we probably would have gotten that goal. We probably would have changed how the game was played overall. But I thought our biggest challenge was in the middle of the park. Now, people are saying, well, we had workers in there and we recovered ball, but my midfield is supposed to go both ways, offensive and defensive, not just defensive. We had no creator in the midfield. We had no ball handler in the midfield. And that was obvious throughout the game. And the players didn't adapt to the field. I think Palmer had a very difficult time with the field. But the weight of his passes wasn't getting to his destination as he would like, because I think he's thinking about passing the ball based on the environment he operates in, and this was a different environment. And he needed to adjust quickly, and he didn't. And also, a lot of times the ball control wasn't there, and they got into each other's way quite a bit in the field, which was interesting, right? So the spacing wasn't right, the positioning wasn't right, the movement on the ball wasn't right. Now, I thought Pinnock had a really good game, and sometimes, JD, you have to go long because you have nothing near you to pass the ball to. If my midfielders are not present, and my left and right back are not in position to receive the ball comfortable without being pressured, then I may just go long to get the ball out because the defensive team is pressuring me. And that's what transpired during the game quite a bit. That's why Low went long sometimes, even though we know her Low tends to go long. That's why I thought Pinnock was very, very comfortable. Maybe just once in the game where you're allowed to go to get the ball in the box and drove at him versus, encountering him quicker. But apart from that, I thought he had a very, very good game. I thought Low rectified some of his own mistakes, which Low seemed to do quite a bit. So he does something, and then he's able to... Go ahead.
Which is recovery after getting in a bad position.
Yeah, it's recovery, but if you didn't create the problem in the first place, you wouldn't have to recover, would you?
True,
that's what happens sometimes. And the problem we face sometimes is, so we have in Javain playing much higher than we have Amari on the left. But he's playing so high, there's no easy way for Low to get him the ball. And he doesn't realize he has to adjust his position to give Low an avenue for him to get the ball. So when he gets it, he has Bailey to get the ball to. He can go inside to Whisper, or one of his midfielders, or go back to Low. He always go back to Low 80% of the time because he's so far up the field. The spacing is so enclosed, he doesn't have the room to make a pass. And he's also not comfortable when he's under pressure. So the coach needs to work out some of those nuances in the game to allow the team to play better. Now,
what you would advise to just make, like how he said, the next Gray guy that's playing, Tevin Gray, he's much more composed on the ball. That's what he likes about him. You think that you would have tried, you'd have bring him in for the 80 game over Javian Brown then. So at least you know I
haven't seen enough of the new player to make an informed decision about that player's capability. I would say Javian Brown is challenged when it comes to being pressured because it's hard to be composed under pressure. You get rushed, especially if you're not comfortable with your capability. That's why you hear me being an advocate for Ravel. Because regardless of the position, the field and conditions you're playing in, Ravel is comfortable in the ball. Ravel is going to take the ball. We talked about these players being Cam or CDM, whatever you want to call them, JD. But if Ravel was playing, he'd go to Pinnock and Low and take the ball off their foot, wouldn't he?
Yes, but no, Cranky. Two things that is, you're right, But what is Ravel listed as? Ravel is listed as a CM, a central forward, a box-to-box, and even a DM as well. His ability is not normal.
The point I'm trying to make is this, JD, which is if you're a footballer and you're a ball handler, so if a Cam is a ball handler, Cam can go get the ball in midfield and do something with it. We didn't see that from Palmer. We didn't see that yesterday from Lati, right? They were doing more of the traditional hard work, bustling midfield. They weren't ball handling yesterday. They were protecting the back four, which is part of what they should do, and they were organizing defensively. But progressing the ball, that wasn't happening with them. So what happened in the game was the Grays and the Bailey got frustrated. They had to come deeper than they probably wanted to try to get the ball because they weren't receiving the ball. Our plays broke down when we passed half line most of the time. So we had good possession deep with Pinnock and Low, and we played amongst ourselves down there. But as soon as we go over the half line and try to progress in the final third, we broke down. So I'll stop because others want to speak, but I thought we need to improve.
We're going to get to the rating, so I hope you would see it. Guys, we have 200 people here and we're on, 60 likes. So do better than that, man. Get the likes up. That's the only way people will come to the show because it will be rated as something. So if you keep on saying we should be doing these programs, if you don't support it, it's not really any motivation to do that. You don't come here and beg any money, So if you can't hit the like button, I think that is very sad. So we should just get the 200 likes as how you come on the video. You get me? Because we don't want anything. No. I feel bad them because them bad me. Cranky, you don't know them start me for do videos, You know, sometimes me dey here, I do my business and I live my life and don't want to come on and then bad me up. So I have to
Alright, I
bad
hear
them
you.
up back. Yeah. Yeah, but let me bring on Tom so we can get into the rating because I think Cranky is gonna be critical on his rating, you know. So I want to hear his. So Tom, give your take fast, Tom, so we can get straight into the rating. Okay, Tom look like he was blocked. Tom. Hold on. How are we going with Tom? All right, okay. Tom, you can unmute yourself now. How are you doing?
All right, blessings, JSB. What go on?
We there here, man. We there here, man. We want to hear from you. What you saw from the game, what we can improve on, and then we'll get straight into ratings.
Yeah. Me think Crank to get it right on point. The midfield last night was poor. You know, Palmer and Latibor there in the midfield. I don't think they play together well. I think they miscommunicate with each other a lot. You know, the ball passing in the midfield, them pass the ball, them shot is like them don't know what them doing in the midfield at all. It's like me think so them should try Demarai Phillips in the midfield or something to see if they can get some
Hold
passing.
on. Before you run, go to somebody else. Hold on, Tom. You said them know what they're doing. So is that not on the coach to have a Casey Palmer and you just bring him straight in the team and you have a player that Lambert that you used before and you maybe want defensive purposes and you have two defensive players that you choose not to go with two defensive. You went with one and then one playmaker. So what percentage would you blame? Give your blame percentage then. Can you only blame in the players? Them and say them not good, and them not do them
No,
job.
me not say them not good. Me not say them not good, me G. Me not say them not good. Not saying them not good. You see me? I say all I play them are good player, but it's like them not comfortable playing together.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? They're not moving together off the ball and on the ball. It's like them always out of position when the other players get the ball. It's like when them ready to pass the ball, it's like that player don't even know the player is gonna pass the ball to him. You know, so he's not ready to get the ball, receive the ball at all. You know? It's like the movement in the midfield is very poor. The game was terrible last night for Jamaican playing in Jamaica. It looked like some school game.
Yeah.
No passing in the midfield at all. They be a long ball. I think I was gonna see something different from this coach since him coming. And it's like I don't see the difference with the play with the Jamaica formation and the playing of the Jamaican team because they're not playing no passing game. I don't know what they're playing.
Okay.
They just trying to play some ball. Then just trying to play. Then it come like the coach just say, go up on the field and they just play some ball.
You
like
don't see it. You see it improving anytime in the future. Like I think, say if they get more game time because they are such educated footballers, they can get it together and start playing better. Or you think that it's just not going to work?
Me no see it working, you know. Me no see it working. The coach, me rate the coach and everything. Him try because he want to do good for Jamaica. But at the same time, I don't think him know the system and he know the Jamaican players them good enough and know what them capability. Him not using it in the right way. I don't think so. I don't think the coach is using the players them in the right way. Are the right formation to make the players them look better. It's like I don't like how the Jamaica team are play. I thought they was going to look better right now because I know them play in the Gold Cup, Mexico and USA.
States,
me know them me know them two games, they are hard game. But when me think them get like this side now, I think they was going to look better because them play like 4 games or so together already.
Is it that we are downplaying the pressing metrics of Honduras? Because Honduras did the same thing to Mexico, you know. The only thing is Mexico better passing the ball. Mexico on a better feel because it's their field. So, you know, it's a high quality field, so they can be able to pass out from it. So are we putting too much pressure on them, saying that they did not got the best? Because look, for instance, I'm not picking up for the coach. I know I don't pick up for him. you know. But they complained about, and I think this is coming from the players. Them like, why only give us such bad condition to play in, when you don't want the best from us. So you guys want we to play football, and then we can't even run, we can't even pass the ball properly on the field. So how much percent they give it to that the condition rather than the actual players then? Because we saw them in teams, passing football, playing slick football.
Yeah, like it's like when them playing with them team overseas and stuff, they're so comfortable on the ball. But when them playing for Jamaica, they're so nervous. I don't know what about the players. They're so nervous playing for Jamaica, like they don't want to make a mistake. Tell them so because them don't want to make a mistake so much, they end up make a mistake. But I think they should just free up themselves. Just act like Jamaica. Act like Jamaica is them club, them they are overseas.
Tom, this is where I'm going to explain something to you. I know the others want to come in and everyone can chime in. The first thing Pep Guardiola does when he goes at any ground, he made sure to measure the grass and feel the toughness at the surface. He never go for the look on the team players them, He measure the grass and the toughness of the surface. That's what Pep Guardiola does, You understand me? Let me go into the players' their metrics now. The reason why they look nervous, you realize that sometimes they are trying to control the ball. They don't know how much the measurement will come off, like how far the ball will bounce away from them. So they are trying to gauge themselves with the toughness of the grass, the toughness of the ground, and the condition of the field. So they are uncomfortable because you have been thrown into literal game to decide how you're going to play. You have to measure the ground. You have to do everything in play. So obviously you're going to be nervous, and you have a crowd because obviously they have watched YouTube. They know that people will beat them, and they know they're playing for big clubs, so they know the backlash that will come if you make a mistake. You might not get called because a lot of men come and play one time. You get me? So you might not get called as well. So what say you, because you alluded to that. So with me explaining those things and the difficulties, what say you now?
Yeah, the surface need to get better. When the coach went to Jamaica, that's one of the first things he alluded and said the surface is poor. Which while we need to get the surfaces better fit so the players them from overseas can come and play them best game, because that's what they use to overseas, good surface. So them now if they take 2 touch, 3 touch off a ball, them can just take one if a one alone them need. Right now them have to take 2, 3 touch because just to get the ball under control the right way and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's like a lot of stuff. So I don't know what we are gonna do, JD. What we gonna do? What is our solution?
Let me bring in back the panel. Let me bring in back the panel. Jason and everyone, Demarai Gray in. Cranky here. What we can do? What do you think is the best solution for this? Is it that we have to just play? Because what I want to bring to you, yes, Jamaica field is the worst, but the other fields that I've watched I watched 3 games yesterday. They are not significantly better than Jamaica field. Maybe the ground is better, but the grass does not look significantly better than Jamaica field.
JD, here's the difference, JD. Our team is comprised of most players who play most of their football overseas, don't it? Right?
Yes.
So therefore, they're used to playing on very good surfaces. Some of the other individuals, whether it's a Grenada or Belize or even Honduras, sometimes play in some of those challenging conditions, so they're more adaptable to those conditions. Casey Palmer doesn't. I don't think I've ever seen a field in England. Period. Any place.
No.
I'm serious. Because the climate.
Even Park field better than Jamaica national field. Even the actual parks
in England. I have never seen a field in England that looks like that ever. Park field, back field in the back on maybe even the concrete is better because the concrete rolled better than that. The field was atrocious. You can see it. That there's so many holes in it because I guess he probably got dug up from the concert. I'm not sure if there's a solution, JD, which is where the challenge is, right? So it's about resources. It's about the JFF resources, the JFF coordination with the government, the ability to create facilities and an environment which facilitate and accommodate international football. I don't think we have it. I think when the coach first came to Jamaica, he said, why is it that when he drives down west, are in the north. You see all these golf courses and how beautiful they are. Yet when you go to the football park and the pitches, they're so atrocious. He didn't use the word atrocious, but I'm using it. Which basically says you know where the resources reside, you know where the focus is, and the focus for the government and the focus for those who have the resources is not football. So I'm not sure how you really change that. The JFF may have to come with a long-term strategy, which is there a way to have a more football-dominated facility that is focused on football and allow us to have the capability to have a football arena mainly where they can control, because Independence Park is the one that controls the field and they're going to want to generate revenues. So they're not going to try to accommodate football and make the field just for football purposes. They have to have other ways of generating revenue. So I don't see a clear solution, but I think the JFF has tried to figure something out because the facilities don't work.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? This football field problem could be solved easily.
I'm
especially by the. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you say? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is this football field situation could be solved easily, especially by JFF. They could get a contract with one of the Chinese manufacturing companies, and they could get a football arena built within, I would at least give them 2 to 3 months. JFF doesn't have to pay them back immediately. It could be paid over time. As the league with the league, the JPL, they have certain games that could be played in that arena when it's completed. And there's definitely the avenue for the funds to be generated. It all comes down to whether they really care about it or not. Because I've been talking to some people, and it's not that difficult to get a football arena built. These people just care about what they can do for themselves.
Okay.
JD, we can't even refurbish. JD, it costs upside. I think the projection is over 300 million just to refurbish the stadium itself, right? And we're struggling to do that. And the stadium accommodates a multiplicity of events, whether it's track and field, whether it's concerts. And we can't even refurbish the stadium, much less go ask the Chinese, who are now having their own economic problem, to go build another stadium like they did in Trinidad, which also is gone to the dogs. Because football alone doesn't allow stadiums to maintain themselves. Go look at Trinidad, for example. How much stadium Warner built and what condition they're in.
It doesn't crank it. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a stadium as big as the national stadium. It could be
I see a blueprint of a new stadium that them said they was going to build somewhere in Kingston?
No, I didn't see it. But what I'm saying is, they don't have to build a stadium as big as the national stadium. A football arena could be comprised of, let's say, at least 10,000 seats and a decent football pitch right in the center. It's not that expensive. And like I said,
guys, you have, here's the problem people don't realize. Problem you have with a national stadium, most stadiums in the world are associated with teams, whether it's NFL teams, football teams. So there's a continuous usage of those stadiums, right? If you build a national stadium, then it has to serve national purposes, and it won't just be for football purposes. Because how many international games do we play?
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. The football arena, if somebody come up and, let's say, hypothetically, let's say a football arena is built, comprised of 10,000 seating, a decent football pitch in the center. It doesn't have to be Jamaica national team or the JPL team. We could invite people from other countries to use the football arena. So, like I said, this situation about revenue is not an issue. Over the long term, that is solved. And there's a lot of people with a lot of money who would be interested in doing that. But like I said, these people aren't focused on bringing in people who want to do good. That's basically my point of view.
Okay. I wanted to add something to that, Cranky, because the other day, didn't we rented out the stadium to one of the other countries, them trying to get themselves up when we had the under 15 kids them to train. So I think the amount of competitions coming up in the region in a year, I think with we ourselves, we will get more than 12 home games. And we can rent it out as well, and then we can use it for different purposes as well. Because if you have a good stadium here, Cranky, in Jamaica, majority of the people will want to use it for footballing purpose. I can promise you, we can get easy 35, 36 games on an actual yearly basis for the field.
But JD, I'm gonna stop you there. When you get all these games, you gotta have gate receipts.
Yes,
to
of course.
supplement your income, and we're not generating. We can't get people to come to national games. Much as go build a new stadium. Where's the money going to come from to pay off the debt you incur in building the stadium?
You get paid from the remember FIFA money comes in, to actual develop, so the money that we are using to spend for players, transportations and all of those things, it should have been covered by sponsorship more, FIFA money is for actual development, of players and facilities, so that's what we should be using it for.
JD,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, me no want to cut you off, but not a real quick. Cranky, I feel like you're thinking too deep into this. If like I said, hypothetically, if we get this football arena done and other countries come in and want to rent the stadium, remember, we don't need fans to be in the stadium. They're actually paying to use the space, and they're paying in US dollars. So this long term, like I said, I've been talking to people. We did the maths. It's not impossible. It's not as difficult as you think it is. It's not that hard. That's basically. Just go back.
Why would
just
I
go back?
Hold on. Let Cranky speak. Let Cranky speak. And what you can do.
Here's my confusion. Here's my confusion on this whole concept of renting to other countries. So we're saying Jamaica should go rent a Trinidad stadium and go play football in Trinidad, where no one turns up. There's no gate receipt. Jamaica can't make their money back. Let's see from
Trinidad is paying upfront to use the space. We're not relying on the fans.
Bossy, hold on. You said you have all the facts. All I'm saying is, what you can do is just provide the facts to Cranky. He can look at it, and you don't have to say you have the facts. But you remember, he doesn't have the facts, so he can't have a conversation with you.
JD, I'm sorry, JD.
Yeah, but what I'm doing is trying to explain to him. It seems as if, even though I'm explaining,
I don't need explanation.
Okay,
no, I don't, JD.
Yeah, finish your point.
JD, it's not. You can hear me. It's not logical.
Yeah.
So here's the point I'm trying to make, JD. So here's what you're saying. We may have one-off situation, aberrations that occur where I go to another country and rent their field, but it's not sustainable. I'm trying to build a football program. I want my fans to come watch my team.
Yes.
Sponsors to be associated with my team. I want my fans to know the players and engage with players. I'm going to go to do that in a foreign country, so I don't have any gate receipts.
That is fair. So, Cranky, I've got Cranky. Here, my question to you then, Cranky. Then,
right.
It looks like we just get the luxury of having good footballers, and we can't give them the right thing then. That's the problem then. This is the way I explain you. That's the problem here. So that means we have to just... Then at the point where we just can't accommodate these big footballers then. And we have to just work with what we have in local.
My last point, JD.
Go ahead.
Now, here's my last point. Colin, you can speak. Here's my last point. There needs to be a long-term strategy you put in place, JD, to address this. This is not a one-off tactical way of where you approach it. It's a long-term strategy working with different constituents, sponsors, football supporters, the government, the JFF, and even bring FIFA in. We have think about a holistic
Hold on, Cranky volume gone.
Right? We need.
Yeah, I'm hearing you now, Cranky. Go ahead, continue.
We need a long-term solution to fix this because it's a problem. But we need a lot of constituents and parties to be involved in the ultimate solution. That's what we need. And we can all throw out ideas, but I think the JFF has to be part of the leadership.
I don't want my shoes to get soaking wet all over.
So that's my last point, JD. I gotta run.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Yes, Demo. We just gonna bring you in, brother. Hold on, Demo, man. You're a big professional superstar in Demo. So, guys, we have Demo here. People, we have 238 here. Please do smash the like button, share, and subscribe, and let Big
Demo.
Boss Demo comes in.
Demo, before I just want to say one thing on this whole
Go on.
stadium business. Just one last thing. The coach, when he mentioned the whole like golf course stuff, we do realize that like we don't need to reinvent the wheel and create new stadiums. Back in the day when the field was looking poor, Simoes had a similar thought to the current coach, and the superintendent from Caymanas Golf Club was hired by the JFF to run the overseeing of the pitch at the stadium. And from about 1998 till about 2010, he had that work. And I want you to look at games on YouTube of the stadium in that time. It is not rocket science, people. We can actually maintain and keep the field well. And during that whole time frame, they were playing JPL games on it, Manning Cup games on it, Walker Cup games on it, all kind of games on it. And it was still maintained well. So we can do it, people. It's possible.
Okay, well, a good idea. Go ahead, Mr. Demo.
All right, yeah. So first of all, good morning and good afternoon to wherever you're watching from, and big up JD, big up the panel, big up the comment section.
Big up Big Boss.
So here's my solution to all of this field thing, and me I talk about the football. The solution is exactly what we did last night. Until we can sort out if we not get a next field or if we not gonna maintain this field at the National Stadium, we do exactly what we did last night. I'm gonna say a lot of people are complaining about the performance and this losing possession and da. If we have a substandard field, we're not gonna have the highest level performance. But guess what we did? We go out there and we out-possession the team, which a lot of people are complaining. So we out-possession the team. Regardless of which part we did have possession, we went and we out-possessed the team. We got 3 points and a clean sheet, and we'll move on. Like all of this thing now, we will say like, oh, the midfield, they do this, like we had a rough field. And because of the rough field, then a lot of the things we were complaining about happened. But we made the most of it, and we get the 3 points where we need, and we'll move on. And as far as me can tell, I think our lowest rated player was about 6.8 throughout the whole thing. I can't remember off the top of my head, right? And yeah.
So the midfield, but the miscommunication of the players them to at the field. But all of that happen when they now communicate properly.
No, but that regardless, and the player them are perfect, boss. Like you say, Casey Palmer just coming back after a long time out of the thing, and them are gonna have miscommunications and all
but
that.
Demo.
Right towards the game, right
hold on, Demo. I agree with what you're saying here, but hold on there. But remember, the player them, we are listening to the player them interview, them are complain to, them things say them not play good enough, Them are say them can do better, And them say them, So that's why I'm saying, so the fans them should be freely ready to talk because the player them say them can do better. So them are put pressure upon themselves and people listen to them. So that's why I think some of the people come and say, oh, the football are good and they want better because may I listen to Bobby Reed, he must say the same thing. Me listen to Latibody, he must say the same thing as well. So maybe that's why you have people come here and feel free to talk. That's why.
So wait, so JD, so me not free for talk?
No, you free to talk, but when the Barlem say the same thing, when the Barlem are convinced them, when the Barlem are coming and tell us them not do good, and them say the tactics in the first half was not good enough, and Honduras exploit that, so they had to try and adjust and the condition, them have to fight the condition and everything. Somebody just said that's why people come and them feel free to say the football was not good because the Barlem said the football was not good either. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just defending the fans then. That's all.
And I am saying, with all of that said, the field and the conditions are probably one of the main issues why that happened. But throughout all of that, and players are gonna always say that about themselves so them can improve and them could have do better and all of that stuff. That's fine. I'm agree. Sure, we could have done better, but I'm saying one of the contributing factors could have definitely been the field. But throughout all of that, we had more possession, we kept a clean sheet, and we have 3 points. And it seemed like say we'll lose the game. I'm gonna understand why. And
No,
throughout all of this as well, we play against a referee who don't have no sense. We play against no VAR. We wrongly take off a goal off away in like the first 5 minutes of the game would have completely changed the game. We never get a red card with the man dragged down Leon Bailey when they on a yellow card. And it was just ridiculous. So we not only fought against conditions, we fought against the referee and the whole thing, and we still kept a clean sheet, still get the 3 points, and still go through. Like, and we created multiple opportunities, could have scored more goals.
All right.
And for
So
me, it
well
just seemed
said.
like say we not give enough credit
Well said, Mr. Demo. But let me, you asked me why people saying that. But remember, Demo, remember how we're going, how we are killing ourselves, This when we come through this group, we have other teams to play. We watch them and watch everybody. But when we come through this group, when we come through this group, we have United States, Mexico, Canada, away. And if we can't beat them, it make no sense to play 50 match goal. We don't face them in the demo because of that we need to beat them for qualify. And so that's why it's a continuation demo. So what say you to that now, demo?
No 2 games are the same thing, JD. What do you mean? We not go. Who say we're gonna go and play the exact same way against United States or whatever?
So Demon,
want to see the improvement from now.
Demon, you answer Demon. That's why the fans them say that because
we want to see improvement from now before we reach this. Want to see improvement from now before we reach this. Demon, we can't wait on after we play United States or Mexico and Panama, them big side there. And them the time that we are trying to say we are going to play better now because of them big side that we are playing. No, we have to try.
agree with
we have
Demo.
to dominate them. We have to dominate them.
I agree with Demo. I agree with Demo saying, but I explain to him why the fans them I said that and why the player them I said that. So all I'm saying is I think the fans them are free to talk on what they have said. They saw. That's all I'm saying. But I agree with what Demo said.
It feel like a similar feeling to when we had beaten Guatemala 1-0.
Dominate, man.
It seemed like a similar feeling to when we had beaten Guatemala 1-0, and pretty much all of the people were saying the performance wasn't so good, including the players. They were happy to get through, yes, but you could see the fault in the team. And then
what the coach said, Jason, if we play like that against Mexico, we have no chance winning. And what we did, what we go down do, we go down do the same thing against Mexico, and we had no chance winning, Demo. So you see, Demo, that's reality sometimes. I agree with you in a big boss.
Hold on.
If you're okay being 4th or 5th in Concacaf and not going any further, then yes, you should be pleased with how we played. But the standard needs to go up. How will that make sense? How?
Because you're trying to make the two games equal. I'm talking about this specific games and Unagan and assume so we're gonna play the same way because of this specific game.
We like not play the same way, Demo. We not change play now. We not play the same way.
Me follow phone logic, and say, we use this performance and use it for judge the next game where we're gonna play against Haiti. You tell me, say, if we score a goal in the first 5 minutes of the game and it counts, we get a next goal, and then we lose the opponent of a red card, him drag down the man. We get those scores. We're not going to win the game against Haiti. We're not going to win.
But you are referencing Haiti. You are referencing Haiti. I am talking about the bigger teams in the CONCACAF.
Okay,
I'm talking about the USAs and the Mexicans.
So use USA. So use all of the stuff that happening at this game for happen against USA.
How could you do that though, Demo? We don't know that we're going to get a chance in the first 5 minutes.
Performance and I assume
but Jason, all I said to you, I gave you a factual statement in there, where the coach, remember the coach saying, if we perform like this again, we're not going to compete with Mexico. So and then we went and did it. So then we went and did the same thing in the next game. So all we're saying, Demo, we just got a statistical report that when we tend to play a certain way, we go back and repeat it. So what metric we have to work off, Demo, more than what we were given before? So you don't think we have a point to even have a little question because we did the same thing and we went and repeated, Demo? That's all we're saying,
Brother, it's like me talk for 5 minutes and then you just not listen to what I say. I'm saying we don't have all rights for complain about what we want to complain about. We don't have all rights for having an opinion on the game. I am saying I have my own opinion of the game, and with the whole stuff we mentioned earlier, we look like me have to repeat again because
No, you not have to repeat. We heard you well.
The
We heard you well.
Evidence.
the referee and the VAR calls, which we don't have no VAR, contributed to what happened in this game. And it looked like they will lose the game. I am telling you, if that goal had stood where Bobby Reed scored in the first 5 minutes, the whole dynamics of the game would have changed. Because we scored
Agree.
so early and would have put on a whole heap more pressure. I'm gonna think Honduras would have played as attacking as they would have if we did score so early. Zine, and it never happened. And then the field conditions and the whole chemistry thing with Casey Palmer coming back and all of that stuff. All of that played a part. No, we play a game and we win, and it seemed like we will lose the game, brother. Like, me not understand.
So Demo, when I came on, I was not saying the same thing as you, and I kept saying the same thing as you to give them credit. But at what point we can't talk about nothing? Like, we can't talk about what happened in the game. Because I came out, they got 3 points, they did this, they did that, and we need to stick with the boys them and give them the opportunity to grow. People ask me a question, I have to rebuttal those stories and then give my take what happened in the game. We can't omit what happened in the game because we have a show running here. I saw people saying people just choosing negative. Nobody choosing negative. People talking about all the players. That's how you're going to know what they do. It's two different things.
All right.
Yeah,
Demo,
so basically, when we win a game, there's really no need to have a show afterwards.
Yeah, just don't talk and just leave YouTube alone. Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
No.
hear me
Yes,
answer real quick. Hear me
you see
answer
why
real quick.
people do not listen to me? Because I literally just say, only can say that, boss.
Demo, just one second.
Because I realize
fair, you have your own opinion. Yes,
again.
fair.
Like,
All right.
realize everybody, you're not going to play. Like, you know what it is? I think that we watch way too much European football and we just expect, say, if we play like all of the European team them we watch. We play like Manchester City, play like Liverpool.
Demo, but we can't counteract that Demo. We don't have the European players on the field.
Just let me land
You
this,
know what
please.
I believe? You know what
Just
I believe?
Let him finish. Let him finish. Because let him finish. Because we're going to smoke him.
Every single time Jamaica play, the fans them overreact. I'm gonna know if we think so we are Manchester City and Liverpool, bro. Like, we come here every time Jamaica play and expect to see we'll watch every Saturday and every Sunday on the EPL and La Liga and all of them stuff. Jamaica is not Liverpool. Jamaica is not Manchester City, bro. We're not going to knock the ball and have Pep have 70th possession against the team and all of them something, brother. We supposed to lower our expectations, and I think we have way too much expectations of what Jamaica football style of play is supposed to look like, and not the results them we're supposed to get. Boss, we'll win the game, we'll outpossess the team, we get 3 points. Sure, there were mistakes, but we're not Manchester City. We play upon a rubbish field, we look like a cow pastures, and we get the job done. Take the win, move on, celebrate, and complain about when you do the player ratings, then you complain about the players. But on the overall scheme of things, we were great, we get the job done, and let's move on. That's my opinion.
Thank you very much for your opinion. Go ahead, Jason, and then we can smoke Demo.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, I think you're on one end of the spectrum and you think the fans are on the other end. A balanced opinion would be the best place to be. So, yes, perhaps I want more for the team, but again, I don't think the standard is unattainable like you do. That's the difference. Like, you think it's unattainable. I don't think it is. I think we have enough players that could actually create a system where it looks better than how it looks. Because I've actually seen this coach play a better game. When we played in Mexico, I thought we played better passing the ball than last night. And that's a better opponent. So I know we can do it. That's why I have those standards, Maybe it's too high, but I'd rather have higher standards than saying, okay, I'll accept lower standards. That's just me.
All right. So let me get into the player ratings because Demo, I don't want to smoke him today. Let me leave him alone. Go ahead, Tom. I'm not going to smoke Demo today.
Quick question, JD. Cranky in a finance.
Yes, Cranky. Cranky doing thing. Yeah, Cranky know about those stuff,
Okay. Cause me just say that say you make the man get where without even answer. Cause it's like Me that explain so
Yeah,
the
but
numbers
big
already
big boss. When we say something, if a man hear it and we not have a war, we not have to
No
war.
other war, me that war. Three me
But
that
you
say
say
it's a
you let him get
radical
away.
event.
You let him get away. No, the man busy do something. So the man go on business. So me not have to have a war here. If the man will meet you next time. You know, Cranky not go run away. You know. So he will answer next time. Yeah, man.
I never a war, man. But
Strike
go
the
ahead.
ball. Strike it.
Yeah, man.
Lock it.
Cranky is okay. Cranky is okay. All right. So people.
No, me can't say
Yeah.
I good at it before we no go to the player rating.
So why we are trying hype on the player ratings? Me come ever do my player ratings and 1 hour war, you know, Dima come in and act like he must say nothing different from what me I say, you know, and take my credit, you know. You get me? Because that me actually say
Yeah,
come out,
about
you know.
Liverpool at the demo side.
Yeah, man, and then him hype up himself with him biggie that ball at Trent Alexander and all. But let me not even get there. Let me not even get there. Let me just get there because him unmute him mic for war. We not war about Premier League because him so we never talk about Premier League. So let me talk about Jamaica. Sure. Listen to me, Ishmael Demo can talk for himself. Stop pick up a Demo. Alright, Demo have him fans them in a chat. Him friend them. Ishmael King, I'm friend them. Alright, yeah man. Let me go to the scores now, people. Let me go to the scores. So Demo, let's start with you now. Jamali wait. Because last night when I started the show, he was the first one impressed me. After Honduras start running at us, him attitude just look different. Him a cuss people and say, yo, Dan, what not do? We need to show something today, so me like him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like for some reason though, me no know. Like from ever since, every time Blake no play, I always want to see Connor Boy Scark play. But trust me, when
Big
I saw him
keeper.
in the book, me never really want to see him. Me like me cause me say why Clark can't play? But I thought he was outstanding. Like you say, his energy from the start of the game. He pulled off that brilliant save in the second half. I think it was.
Yeah, second half. Yeah.
We definitely have control the back line in terms of communication and stuff. So keeper supposed to command in like a Allison, you know. Yeah, so
Like
me like it.
Demo, don't do no comparison. Demo, you just talk about
Lord have
Europe.
mercy.
You see? We have fire. Burn some fire for Demo, you see? Right,
So
Demo.
Demo alone can reference Europe, okay? We have to keep it in the Caribbean and those two.
We do
So
the
I'm going to go at 8.5. I don't know if you do 8.5 or just straight.
Yeah, man,
But,
anything you want to do. You can do
yeah, man. So,
8.003, anything.
yeah, so would I give it at 8.5. I thought he was solid. Wait, wipe on the solid. I thought he was good.
All right, wipe on the solid. What do you mean wipe on the solid? So can you be talking English and you're going to Jamaican English? Jamaican English behavior. Why glitch? Oh, you do them something, Demo? You just make up things, Demo, and then you just do what you want to do. You just do what you want to do, Demo. It's psycho. You just do what you want to do and get away with it.
So Jamali wait. Jamali wait. I thought he commanded his box very well. I thought you can, as JD said, you can see his confidence growing with the bunch because one of the things I noticed from the last few games, I thought he was a bit quiet in the goal. I thought maybe that was nervousness, but I thought yesterday he had much better command of the box. I thought when he had to make the big saves, he made it. The only thing I'll say is towards the end of the game, it looked like he got a little more nervous in possession, so he kind of resorted to just kicking away the ball, which in the time of the match, I understand. You don't want to take any unnecessary chance. So I will give him an 8. I think he didn't have that much to do, so maybe I can't give him a 9 or a 10, but I thought he was very solid, so 8.
All right. For me, as I said, I think he was the one that calmed down everybody because in the first, it looks like Honduras decided that they didn't really care what Jamaica gonna do. They're gonna come forward and they keep on getting through every minute, and he keeps on commanding his box. I'm gonna say something controversial. I think he commands his box better than Blake. I'm very sorry. I think so. Because I think that's one of Mr. Blake's problem as well, commanding his box in the Jamaican team last World Cup. You get me? I think he actually does a very good job.
Yeah, for a player that's not so tall, his positioning is very good and he tends to get on the end of high claims, which is rare for a shorter goalkeeper. So, yeah, he does have a good command at the back. That is true.
Yeah, man. So I'm not trying to start anything, but he commands his box yesterday, and he does it over the matches that I saw him a little bit better than Blake, because Blake had that problem in the World Cup, and we conceded a lot of ass goals. And the one when he put on Ellis foot to the man, I had PTSD over that in the demo. The man just give Ellis the ball, and Ellis does not put in the back end when 1-2-0 away to Honduras. Yeah, man. That's some madness Blake going with some time, but let me move away from that, you know. Good performance from wait, let me see what people says. Everyone says 9, 7, 8, 9. So I think it will work out to a 8 because everyone giving him so.
Lady, sorry, the other person never give him score.
Tom, sorry.
Yeah. Me give my 8.5 same way. Think him come on the back line well as what you say. And I think like when the way keep we always get a clean sheet for some reason. Hardly score goal, hardly score point weight when weight keeping. You know, I rate Blake and everything, but for some reason, I think weight is very good.
All right. Javian Brown. Who will go first? Javian Brown.
All right, me know
Ademo friend.
Ademo baller. Me met Demo go last to Javian Caffeine baller.
Okay.
But for me, Javian Brown, you know, his usual solid self in the tackles and stuff. I still feel like at times he kind of go too far when we're in possession down that flank. It would tend to get caught on that side a little more than the other side in terms of in transition. And I still feel like even at times when Lowe doesn't give him the pass, I feel like the position that he takes up, Lowe is kind of wondering, should I give him the pass? So I think sometimes Lowe can get a beating for not giving him, and sometimes Javian can get the beating for not giving him the right option or the right angle to play the pass. So still a work in progress for me, but played solid enough. I don't think he played terribly. He's had worse games for Jamaica, so I'd say a 6.5.
6.5. Tom, go ahead, and then we'll let you in Big Bad Demo, you know?
Me give him a 6.5 as well. Give him a 6.5 as well. Give him a 6.5
I would agree. I thought that his positioning ability is terrible. That is one of the worst part of his game when he does not have the ball. He seems to go closer to the opposing player and then cancel out the player's angle and the supporting cast that he should be. I've seen enough games in a Jamaican shirt and he does the same damn thing. And last night caused all of the problem. I thought that he was one of the poor outlets that made we couldn't build up from the back. So with that said, I think I would have given him a 6.5, you know. I think I have to drop it to a 6 because I think that he was one of them that causing that problem. Aside from that, he did well in other areas, but it looks like that is his biggest problem. I'm going to start watching him for his club a little bit more to see if he does take up those same poor spaces when he does not have the ball and need to provide outlet. Go ahead, Demo. So I give him a 6.
Okay, and you know what's strange about this? Because I'm so objective, brother. I don't really pick favorites in this. And I'm not that far off from you guys. I thought Javian Brown was I'm gonna say solid. I thought he was solid in the game. I gave him a 7. So when you say 6.5 and 6, I gave him a 7. Sure, his awareness is not the best, but I am thinking that the coach have a lot to play in his position and how high he gets up the field. And the strange thing, I don't see Bell's starting position the same as Javian. I don't know if it's by demand or whatever, or if just Bell just know to play the position better. But I think it's a coaching instruction. And so just like Trent, which we're now get into, I think maybe his role is to be that way, and that's why he gets caught out a lot of the times and have to chase back a lot. But I'm now gonna further, like Jason said from the start, his tackles were good as all, well, not always. It was good, and I'm now gonna further than that. I think he was a 7.
All right, 7. Just like Trent, Every time this man attack, you know, him say we don't talk about
Yo, him
Europe, you know.
have to reference him.
And him
Have to
have to talk
reference
about
on
Europe, you
Liverpool.
know. Oh my God, this
No,
All right,
brother.
so
no,
next on the list of who? Van Dijk, where I do
Nick
next?
first, brother. Nick first.
Hold on. Who else? No man, I think everyone voted on him.
Yeah,
And
everybody
Yeah,
the ch-
man.
chime in.
and
Everybody
the, ch-
chime
and
in.
the
Yeah.
chat the chat Jason is from 6 to 7, but from 5 to 7. We got a few fives well. So I think the 6 would be fair, the adjustments. 6.35. So I think 6 would be the adjustment for him. Demo, no Ebola.
6.5. 6.5.
We can't get any 5. We can't get any 5 in the system. So it has to be
Oh,
6
okay,
or
okay.
7. So we should give him
Okay.
a 7 Demo. But we don't have much
No,
people.
no,
A
no,
street
no.
of
You can't give him 6. You can't give him 6.
because you know
Yeah,
he
it
was
might
something
look
else.
based on the numbers, it might look close to 6 than 7. So yeah, that's a 6. If you
Yeah,
can't do
so
the
we have to
0.5 in there.
we have to work with the people them. So now we're gonna move to Bell. So Bell now. So
All
Dimo, just
right.
like what you talk about. All right, go ahead. Anyone go ahead. Go ahead first.
Yeah, all right, me go first. Amari Bell. Yeah, I think a little more solid positionally than the guy on the other side. And again, that's something that maybe in a press conference we can ask the coach if that's a directive to the players or what. But I just think a little more solid. Also, I thought that he made it a little bit easier for Pinnock to play the short pass. Just you could see the proximity between those two on that side, where you weren't seeing the same on the right side with Lowe and Brown. But I think Amari was a little bit looser than he normally is in possession last night. So I'm going to knock him off a little bit for that. But I think he was a little better than Jabin, so I'll give Amari a 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tom, go ahead.
Oh.
Me,
I
we give
need
him
to
a
bring in Demo right
a
up though.
7 point. We give him a 7.5. It was all right, but it wasn't. I was looking for a little more from him last night. In passing was a little bit off.
I
A
want
little
to
bit
with Tom,
last
you know.
night.
Tom now play with the man them today, no? Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
because
go
the
ahead, big
game,
boss.
me not like the game last night, man. Me not comfortable with the playing of the game last night, to tell you the truth, JD.
All right. So you say you give him a 7, a little bit higher than Brown, a 7. All right, then we'll go Demo.
7.5, Mr. 7.5, Mr.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Demo, go ahead, big boss.
All right. So I think Bill's performance was very underrated. And judging from how people are talk, I mean, I don't know him there stand out for me, especially in the second half, in the latter part of the game. He had this run where he have to shield off about 3 man and then him put in a pass. I thought he was better than Javier, like you say, but like me think is a coaching instruction why him now go attacking as much, and he make the like Jesus said, the pin-up pass right there. So and I think him just overall have more experience in playing. So I thought that it was underrated what he did throughout the game. I mean, I know him have some loose touches and all of that stuff, and I already explained, say, the conditions and the pitch obviously played a part in all of that. So may I take all of that in consideration when I'm giving my player ratings? So I'm giving him a 7.0, you know, have 0.5. So
No,
I'm
not
going
so
to go
bad.
8. I'm going to go 8 for Bill.
Okay. 7.58. And for me, I thought he was slightly better than Brown because of his positioning ability. Obviously, his passing as well. But the position ability is very much important because our midfield is lacking. So if you can't create options for the defenders, they have to go long majority of the time. And that's why I thought that Ethan Pinnock's passing rating was a lot better because he had a person creating options for him, and that side was much more fluid. Was not surprised that's where the goal came from, because that was much more of a solid side, which in the Jamaica team, that was always the more solid side, the left-hand side, to be honest, because our right-hand side, we always had some shaky right backs, to be honest. We don't have to go back in history, but that is always the situation. So that's what I would say, but I wouldn't give him high because I can't give anybody so high, to be honest, in terms of their wide channel play. So I think I would keep it down to 7. I think 7 would be okay. I wouldn't go higher than that. I think he has better games in the Jamaican shirt, to be honest. So 7 I will go with. Okay, so people giving him
Fair.
6 to 8. So 6 to 8. Yeah, 6.5 to 8. So I think 7 it will work down to. All right, then. Oh my God. So a 7 right here for a Bell, and then now we'll move on now. Damian Lowe. Damian Lowe. Who is starting? Demo?
Me got me start on low still. Me start on low.
Okay.
Low. Last night in game wasn't all that solid. You know, he make some good recovery after some little mistakes there and there. But me give him still 7.5 same way. I can't touch it 8 for him. 7.5 same way.
7.5.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yo, the score of flying in there, Demo. You go ahead, Demo.
Some of those recoveries were awesome. I think he had one of the last part. Me would have say it was a goal saving tackle. Him embodied the man.
Embodied the man, Demo. But you see, I talk about VAR, Demo.
With VAR for do about that. A big tackle, that brother.
Demo, knowing that you have the ball in front of you for win, and you cover the ball and still slamming at the man. Jesus God.
That was no VAR. No VAR can do. But anyway, overall, I mean, like you say, he went long a few times. He had 50% in terms of his long ball.
Yeah. Good save, man.
Not the greatest, but not the worst. But Edo State, I mean, he was good in the game. I'm going to give him a 7.
7? That was low. That was low.
7.5. I no want to go 8.
Yeah, okay.
You know, 0.5, so I no want to give 8, but I no want
surprisingly, I was going to give him an 8.
I was going to 7.5, probably go to 8.
You know, I was going to, it's an 8 I'm giving him, you know. I thought that 2 of the recoveries them.
Would I go 7.5? But all right.
Yeah, but I am giving him an 8.
I go 8.
Because I am giving him an 8 because even though it was Girlz, I replayed it, Girlz. Girlz, you need to listen to the words. Stop fighting against me, Girlz. I've said the man won the ball, he covers the ball and then slam into the player. And it's not his body motion slammed into the player, it's him directly go over there and slammed into the player. So I agree that he touched the ball. But him himself still go over the player. And I said things like that could easily deemed as penalty. Because you win the ball, you cover the area of the ball, but you leave one on the player. The player slammed into him. Girlz, something wrong with you. Yes, the player go outside and Girlz said the player slammed into him. I'm done with Girlz. I am not arguing with this man anymore. I'm done. I give up. So why I gave him an 8, people? He made 3 to 4 recoveries, but 2 body challenge recoveries. But we have to give him credit. So that's why I gave him an 8. You get me? Even though I thought that one could have been a penalty, which is the one that we are debating, I still think he made so much recoveries that I want to say it was good. The one thing I never like about him, why he didn't get more, I thought that when one person initiate a press, you should not be so gun-ho and kick away the ball. Shield it a little bit more and give it back to Pinnock, because definitely Javen Brown not giving you an angle. You had way more time on the ball to play it back to Wait or to Pinnock. He goes long a lot of times, which was unnecessary. You understand me? So that's why I gave him an 8 rather than actually a higher rating. But he was solid for me. You go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, for me, I would have to agree with most of what you said there about Damian Lowe. I think he was very good at recovering his own mistakes. Of course, we would love for him to cut those out altogether, but you know, it's a part of it at times. But I think he did well yesterday. I would say I would also give him an 8. Maybe a 7.5, but no, I'd probably say an 8. I'll give him an 8 for yesterday. I think he was solid. Why?
Yeah, man.
Solid.
Yeah, man. 8. Yeah, 8. I will give him on an 8. Yeah. So everyone give Damian Lowe applaud. Yeah. Yeah, but he's gonna always play on that edge, because on the next challenge, again, Mr. Drew needed glass challenge. Look at that one outside the penalty spot. I gave him a high rating so people I can talk. So let me talk. because this brother give me PTSD, brother. That ball outside Demo, the man win the ball, you know? He win the ball. All he needs to do is take the ball. He ran into the player after and gave away an unnecessary foul over the penalty, right on top of the penalty spot. No, over the 18, the right side of the 18-yard box. That was unnecessary.
The man is a hard tackler, boss. Just relax.
God.
We know say you used to the Manchester City thing, you know, boss. Just relax, no. The man didn't tackle hard and thing, we know. But the man is a hard tackler. Him get the job done. Sometimes fouls are committed. But that's a part of a defender's job.
Demo, the man win the balls, them, Demo. I have never seen a player ever in a history will win the balls, them, and still find a way to foul the players, them. Because you win the ball.
That's leaving one of your opponent and make them know say the
so you think actually him get the lick from the boy, can he kick the man, you know?
That's the boy.
And then the number four run and lick him, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, him should I get a red card?
A red card.
That is something we could have said because it's intentional. Him not have no reason but Lord just kick down the man and the man say, oh, the brother I go on too much. Me give him something. So I think that could have been a red card. I think that could have legitimately could have been a red card. You get me? Yes, so below
you see the ball where Chucky with Lozano back heel. And then Low did a chat back on the umbre there. You see if Low never there run behind him, that's a goal enough. Low bet him take the shot there. The snapshot so fast, you know.
A cheat, he might try to be cheeky, but he might try to chip the ball. That was a big chance, you know. It empty,
big chance. I throw Low upon him tail, like behind him and him hear the foot a come. So him try to move fast with it, but it's a big chance. We don't tell like a good track back for him still.
So 8 for Low. Then we go to Ethan Pinnock now. Ethan Pinnock. Who wants to start? Ethan Pinnock.
Ethan Pinnock, me give him a 8. Ethan Pinnock a 8.
What? You say Ethan Pinnock a 8?
A 8 low get, you know. 8 low get, you know. So a 8 low get.
Pinnock a 8.
Okay,
the back line and like it's like him not perform that much better than Low for me give him like way over that. You see me I say
yeah,
like
but we give, so how much I give Low? How much I give Low? You gave Low
7?
Give
Low 7.5 me did say for Low, that's why I give him a 8, you know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Boy, one thing about brother, you know, he might beat all I play them, you know.
No man, a better performance you want, JD. I just better performance you want. You know, we like a team, you know, I love a team, man. We just need to see better out of them, really, you know.
Okay, all right.
I highly disagree. Very commanding, very professional. Some of his long passes were off. I think he had a little bit better than what Low was, but he commanded that back line as well. He played a part in setting up the goal. What can you say? That's definitely what Premier League defender and one of the top defenders in the Premier League supposed to do. And he came, regardless of condition, showed his worth, and definitely worth like goal for Jamaica right now. And me can proper say, listen, Ethan Pinnock is world class at the moment.
Don't say that because you know man who are in the side. That man so overhyped there. Ethan Pinnock, that man come and cuss with the other day, you know.
Yeah, but that I'm gonna give him a 9 point. Oh, you don't have 9 point. May I give him a 9?
All right. Jason, because Jason no go as yet.
Yeah,
let me see.
Ethan Pinnock.
Yes. Jason Euros. All right, look at them take away Jason. All right, Jason, them take away Jason. So for me, guys, Ethan Pinnock thought that he was. I think this was exactly his natural game for Jamaica, you know. He does the same thing for Jamaica, you know, every single time, you know. But the problem is now, people today was keen on him because now he gets his reputation in the English Premier League. So now he gets a reputation, people expect him to come and play exactly like what he does in England. And I thought that he repeats what he did in majority of the games that he played for Jamaica. And today, I think people with a goal contribution on top, because he was the one that created the goals contribution. I do believe that as higher he goes, it's the more composed he looks. You know, because obviously he's getting more educated. So for me, I think I'm giving him a solid 9, because without him, we don't win the game and we lose the game as well. Obviously, we can say the same thing about Low as well, but without him, we lose the game. We lose the game and we don't score that one goal. Aside from what Demo will complain about the referee did not give you, we are talking about what was given. He created the chance there, so he gets that for that, and his defensive output was elite and up there, better than was better than everybody else. So put that together, he gets a 9 for me. We have MX, massive respect for the super chat. I am Mexican and I hope Jamaica will beat Mexico. Oh my God. Thanks very much for the super chat. He said he wants Mexico to beat Mexico. Oh my God. We need to start a GoFundMe for JD people. Why you think I don't have any money? Juras. I have enough money, Juras. So I don't know what you want me to buy. Tell me what I need to buy, and I can just take the money out and buy it. All right, no problem. Let me move on then. So me and Dima alone left. So other people will jump back on. Let me drop the link. All right. Let me drop the link for maybe Jason and Miss It or something. They can come back on. All right. So we get the Pinnock scores them, guys. Just drop the numbers them so we can just move on from Pinnock, because we are running long on this video. 9. All right. 9 for Pinnock. 9 for Pinnock. All right. All right, so 9 for Pinnock. All right, outstanding. Okay, good. Wow. Big bad Pinnock. All right, so let me move in midfield now. Casey Palmer. Oh, God. We need more people in here. Dima, you go ahead. I think we need more people.
Everybody running back and start the cussing. Like for me, I don't know if there's an agenda. I don't know if me to watch a different game. I really don't know, but for me, Casey Palmer was good. No, obviously him make a few misplaced passes, but I already caveat that for talk about the field and all of that and coming back into the team and whatever, right? I thought that he was good. I thought he started the game really well. I think he was one who did have one of them tackle it to another box. I remember.
I him stop the last this challenge. I him stop the biggest clear chance from scoring. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I saw a lot of people cussing him out, and I say, yo, him not playing nothing. And I disagree. I thought he was good in the game. I'm going to give him a 7 because I like me say, misplaced a couple passes. Obviously, it looked like the field, the conditions really play a part in that. But other than that, he was good in the game.
Demo, I 1,855 million times agree with you, because the man him diss me last night, you know. The man them say I throw my ball away. Me I say them something. Me I say, brother, the man I do everything on the field. The man is an attacking midfielder and I do defensive work and still I try to come back forward. So let we just pull it up like how we look at everyone's stats. 65 minutes played, 45 touches, 83%. Passing completed 24 of 29. 1 key pass in the game, 1 of 1 crosses, 1 of 1 long ball, and it's ground duels is 5 of 6. He lost position 8 times. But and he committed 1 foul. And no, hold on here now. He had 2 interceptions, 5 tackles, and 1 time dribble pass.
No, the man. I mean, I think at the possession loss, people see a lot.
Yeah, but at those critical areas. But come on, man, the man have a good game, brother.
Everything else, like no, brother, the man was good, and those stats definitely back up what we are saying.
So that when we go on it half time, the man was such a radio warmed you. You don't know what you're talking about. Yes, he got my rocks. Because him lose 3 ball. I mean, so, but just see the man save a sure goal just a while ago. So him attacking midfielder. So what more him can do on a field? Him have attacking stats and him have defensive stats. So what more him can do on a field? Oh, him lose 3 ball and it was crucial balls. That's the reason why you don't put attacking midfielder deep in the damn field. Because them always are going to revert back to what they're good at, which is trying to create. You understand? When they try to create Pandir just areas, lose the ball. Not picking up for him, but I'm just saying, the player play better. As you saw, he's one of the highest rated player on the actual field. But we say no do nothing. Just because him lose some balls. Come on, man. All right, so I will agree with Demo. I will give him a 7. If you guys want to give him a 6 and all sort of things.
7 for me.
I go with a 7 as well, but the scores are very low, Demo. So I guess they don't agree with us on this one. They don't agree with us. So Casey Palmer gets from a 4 to a 8. But we see a lot of 6s and 5s.
The people give Casey Palmer 8, so you mean?
Yes, no, I'm saying it range from a 4 to a 8. That's what I'm saying. So you have people saying that he plays bad, and then people saying that he plays good. Exactly as what we thinks. And the stats thinks as well. You get me?
No. I mean, I guess if you want to round it off, you can go 6, but you can't get nothing lower than that.
Yeah, man, I think 6 is the minimum. Guru give him a 4.5. So let me work on give him a 6, people. Let me give him a 6. We know he deserves more than that, but the Jamaican people don't want to give him no higher. Prophecy said, look like me watch out the wrong game. Casey Palmer was one of our worst players last night. That's what Sports Prophecy says. You see, because he already started a stream talking about Casey Palmer is not it.
We know who you said that.
Sports Prophecy.
That a JT?
Yeah, JT Taylor.
We can't take anything. You see, you know how we're on the right side now, JD? Once you see JT like that, we are on the right side, boss.
All right, and Guru admit it as well. He was the worst player. So you have people also agree with Sports Prophecy, and he gives Palmer 3.5. So let me just give him a 6 because it looks like we're not going to agree as a team. Some people are giving him high. JT, bring him fans, them come over.
Say the professionals, them who have him as one of the highest rated players.
Yes. Jamaican people not believe. No, but true is a mixture. We have to take for the fans, I say. And we have people giving 2, 4, and some people giving 8 and 7. So we have to just put it at a 6, because them not giving them a beat with. So true, we want to finish the video. Let me just give him the 6. So, people, we're going to give Casey Palmer 6. We don't believe you, though. We're not going to believe you. But we're going to give him the 6. So, Mr. What you call him? Prophecy, you win today. Your fans, them win today. All right? All right. We give him a 6, people. Come on, man. Stop telling 6 to I, man. Let me go. Joel Latibodier now. Let me see how we go rate Latibodier. Then we know how we as Jamaicans actually view football. Latibodier. Jima, how you look at Latibodier?
I think that he wasn't the best. I know he won a lot of his tackles.
Yeah,
but
my man,
I actually thought he was one of our worst players. I'd probably give him a 6 because McGee Casey Palmer 7, and I think Palmer was better than him. I know him put in a couple rough house challenges and but I don't think him be offer nothing going forward. And I know probably his job is not to offer things going forward, but may lean between 5.5 and 6, but may I just go 6.
All right, and here he got a 6.7. He had a 92% passing accuracy. Majority of it was short, though 33 of 36. He had 2 dribbles, completed 2 of them 100%. Ground duels 7 of 13, over 50%. Here, although he lost both of those, he lost possession only with his touches. Because he has 49 touches. He lost possession only 7 times, which is good. Committed 4 fouls. Definitely not good. Thought he was going to get a yellow card long before because his challenges are very strong. And he's a very strong player as well. Very strong player. And I was fouled once. He completed 4 tackles as well. I think, and you look at that demo, all of them are giving him higher rating. He gets from a 6 up to a 7. Everybody giving him it because he gives that dirty work. You get me? Yes. So you see, that's what we like as Jamaicans. Yes. So all of a sudden he's better than KT Palmer. Well, nobody don't believe that. Go ahead, Demo. Go ahead. You're yeah.
No. I'm saying Casey Palmer was way better than Latibodier.
Yes, I think so. I think he was better than Latibodier. Yeah, but we're gonna give him a 6 as well because they gave his rating. I give him a 6, and you gave him a 6, and they gave him from 6 to 7. So I think we're gonna just go with a 6 as well. For Joel. Convincing player though. You know, he always left it all on the field. To be honest, yes. So let me move on now. Whisper. Whisper.
Oh boy. Listen, you know what I mean? Say Whisper any 10.
Yes. Whisper on any 10. Let me see. Oh, biased we are as Jamaicans now. Whisper on any 10. Go ahead and whisper, the leader of the Whisper cult. Demo.
No. But honestly, I thought his touches were sloppy. I thought he did not link up the play as much as he could. I thought that he looked very inexperienced. I thought that he looked lost a lot of times. I also think that he had a couple good moments. Him dribble past a man and drop him. He hit the post. And then
he got a glancing header that he should have done better with because
the header that went wide. But apart from that, his overall game was very bad.
So Demo, can you say Lord JD analysis and Whisper is always spot on? Because
I mean,
everything we said today, you know, I keep on telling people, you know, he's a good player. He has certain attributes, but he needs more game time. We need more game time of the player for him to learn more. He needs to learn. He has skills, but he needs to learn.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he had good moments because he's a talent and he's an exceptional talent. That shot with him drift past the man and strike the post, amazing stuff. And if that had gone in, it probably would have papered over the cracks of his overall game. But it didn't go in, and it counts as a shot off target. But I'm going to give him a 5. You know how 5 count, but I'm going to give him a 5. I thought that, like, I don't know if at the starting or what.
Why me out here? Why me and the people them place and me hate them ball but me never give you more higher score than you.
Well, I mean, you probably see more than I do, but you probably have the stats. But from the eye test alone, without looking at his stats.
Yeah, let me bring up his stats. I'm going to bring up his stats on the screen. Yeah, go ahead.
Apart from when him beat the man on the right hand side and him hit the post, he lost. His touch was horrible, and he never really offer a lot. But I'm going to go 5. I mean, me no want to give him a 5. You know, say Whisper anything. But may be very objective right now.
For me, I think he's inexperienced. Sure, he was in and out of the games, this is exactly how he plays football, which is the spur of the moment. You get the ball, you run forward and try something. But let me give him credit. He did try to track back in the early part of the game. The problem is, once we start to lose the battle on the play, he seems to revert back to exactly what he knows, which he does not know much. He only knows the Manning Cup and just go forward. So he started to try and go forward, get out of position, and then Jamaica don't have the ball. So majority of the time he becomes more isolated. So I want to say with more time, more game time, he will get more educated. He will get more educated and it will help him and he will become a better player. But he needs game time. So if he can't play for Chelsea, go and get him some game time. Go and get him some game time somewhere. He needs to play football and he needs to learn football. Because I don't think he knows football, but he has a talent. He has a talent, but he does not know football as yet. And he needs to be playing football to know football. He knows Phoenix Training Academy, but that's what he knows. Go and play some football and learn.
I see somebody say, I gave Casey Palmer
No, man,
more
he never
than
gave Casey Palmer low. He was the one fighting
no.
to give Casey Palmer high.
The person said I gave Casey Palmer more than Whisper, even though Casey Palmer lost the ball more. Like, when I understand, people see the other stuff where him do, and him other stats where Casey Palmer do. Obviously, Casey Palmer was better than Whisper by a mile.
Yeah, man, Casey Palmer was better than Miss Whisper, man. And it was on
No,
the
the
defensive
player,
side,
no.
on the attacking side, everything. And this is the first game he's actually playing. So with him, no nothing about the field. Whisper played how much games on the field. In the National Stadium, he Whisper had all advantage, and he was still better than Whisper on the field. Let me be honest, man. Whisper is a talent. Yes, let me give him that. He's a talent. But a part of talent is to know what you're doing on the field. And majority of the games, high-profile games, he tend to get lost and do spur of the moment things. The coach said the same thing. That's why he gives him game time, because he believes that he does not know what he's going to do. It's a good and bad thing, when a coach said he does not know what you're going to do, So he wants you to go out there and just do something. So he's gonna trust you to just go out there and do something. Like he has no other choice, just go out and do something. And that's the mold that he's in now. But he needs more game time. We need to see him week in, week out in a football team. And please don't take away an next year out of football from him, because if that happens, he will end up like all of the other players them that you said as talent. So get him in a club now.
What was his score on the?
His score was 6.8. Let me give you his stats, because he played 68 minutes. 29 touches of the ball, 11 of 15 passes, 73%. He passed one long ball, 1 of 1. Shots off target 2, 1 hit the post, that is the woodwork. And ground duels, he lost 5. So he had 3 out of 8. Aerial duels, he lost 4. And remember, he's tall, You get me? So I just believe that his experience beating him. So in his duels, that's how much duels? 13 duels, and he won 4 of the 13, and he's 6'2". So with more game time, he's going to be better, because he's a bigger frame. So you see, it's just experience beating him. It's experience beating him. You get me? Yes. So, and he lost possession 10 times out of the 29 touches. He lost 10 times. Fouls, he committed 2 fouls and was fouled once. And then he made 2 tackles, which is good, because we saw him trying to track back, which is good. So we want to give him credit and his effort. But his effort should continue throughout the game. So that's where the naivety comes from there. But I think he tried. I will go a little bit better than you. I will give him a 6.5. But because we can't give him the 6.5, I will give him a 6. But I thought that he truly tried. I wanted him to stay on the field and take off Leon Bailey.
But I gave Latibeaudiere a 6 as one of the worst players on the team, so I can't give. But I think Whisper was worse than Latibeaudiere.
Yeah. I know, but I saw something from him. I saw something from him where I said, take off Leon Bailey off the field at the time, because he was harbor sharking down the free kicks them and those stuffs, and trying to outdo other people and keep Whisper on the field. If it was one substitution, and then I pull up the substitution, he thought he was coming off, at the 65 minutes, Leon Bailey, because somebody go back and check it. Leon Bailey thought he was coming off. It was Shamanicas to tell him, no man, a Whisper come off for me. Me I come on for Whisper. So he thought he was coming off at that time. So go back and check it. So Whisper, he is an opportunity for him to learn. But at least we get to see him under pressure with a high intensity team, and show you when the decision making is faster, the reaction timing has to be way better. And that is the problem. So he needs more experience to keep on improving, so he can look sharper when this time come back around. But I will give him a pass grade. The 6 is okay. You get me? 6 is okay. 6.56. I will give him. Right there.
For me, just 2 good moments in the game. When he hit the post and when him dribble by the guy, and that's pretty much it. But if you see more, then hey.
All right, so a 6 for Whisper, 6 for Whisper. With good encouragement. I like what he tried to do on the defensive end, and in order to go into a team in the world, let me give you that. If you don't have defensive metric, you can't play. You get me? You see what happened to the leader of the cult, the Phoenix cult. He's going to get substituted because he does not offer certain things. So hopefully you can add that to your game. And I saw the willingness, and he has a better body size than Leon Bailey, so he has the opportunity to do better than Leon Bailey in that aspect. So I want to give him a good rating and a good advice as well. So yeah, he's trying, man. Bobby Reid, no, Bobby Reid. Let me move on to Bobby Reid, big bosses.
So Bobby Reid is always going to give what he gives in terms of the defensive side, making tackles and whatever. He got a goal wrongly chalked off, so he was in the right position to score that goal. He also played the pass for Demarai Gray.
Yes, he assisted the goal. He assisted the goal. Yeah.
So and his work rate overall was really good. I'm going to give him a 7. I think his overall game was good, and definitely the goal would have helped, but assists bring it up from a 6 to a 7 for me.
I would agree. I think Bobby Reid, he was trying to fit. I think yesterday was the game that shows how intelligent players work. Like I heard Alphonso Davies talked about Muller when he said he does not see what Muller does well. So he becomes a professional footballer. But when he meets him in real life and see him in Bayern, he said the man IQ is like ridiculous. He's just in the positions before everybody else. So he does not have to be faster than anybody else. If he's brighter than you, he's just going to be there. And you kill up yourself, you're big, fast and strong and can't reach there, Jason. So you need to watch that Alphonso Davies clip talking about Muller. It impresses you to say that he's not faster than anybody. He's not stronger than anybody. He doesn't pass better than everybody. But in the hell, this man get picks for team and he scores a billion goal. If you're brighter than the man them in a football metric, you're going to be there to top it in. And that's what people don't know about Erling Haaland. That's why he's right there. Obviously, people could say Erling Haaland is big, fast, and strong as well. But his footballing IQ makes him in the positions. But not talking about City, and people will say I'm gloating and answer the madness. Let me don't talk about that. But I'm just trying to refer something. All right? Yeah, so Bobby Reid is that type of player. I think you need to watch him for club and country. Even though you guys will beat him sometime for the big misses them, he scores some of the best goals for Jamaica ever. You understand me? And yesterday, he was dropping in between the central forward role to the central midfield role. So every time Whisper go back on the right-hand side or try to push up, he drops lower. He comes over to help out Demarai Gray a lot of times to make the link over there. So he was a link player yesterday.
One time see Manala play the number 9, you know, but
yeah, no, but that's what he was playing. He was playing the number 9 naturally. He was playing, that's the role of him. But he was dropping off to play his other roles. That's why I said yesterday it shows how bright this man is on a football field. So the people now about they said that 8 or 7 and he created the assist. He scored a legitimate goal. So with the assists and the goal, he would have been up there for the man of the match. But the goal was legitimately chalked off. So we can't give him higher. I wanted to give him an 8, but everyone gave him a 7.5 or so. So I'm going to stop with the 7. I will give him the 7 in the end. But if it's up to me, I will have given him a 7.5. I think he's a very good player. Huh?
I would have given him a 7.5, but they can't get that.
Yeah, man. So this player, we need to give him some respect, man. And it showcases that football education is very much important, people. Don't, because you're big, fast, and strong, try to bypass education. It will make you look clueless out there when you're big, fast, and strong and don't know what you do. You get me? Leon Bailey. Oh, no, we should have brought up Bobby Reid's stats. So let me give you Bobby Reid's stats. 77 minutes played, 1 assist. 20 touches of the ball, 13 of 16, 81% passes, 1 key pass. He attempted 1 cross, never good on that. He attempted 1 long ball, never good at that. 2 of 2 ground duels. He lost the 2 aerial one. He lost possession 4 times, was fouled once and committed 1 foul and was deemed offside, which was not offside when you look at it. And he had 1 clearance and he had 1 tackle in the game. All right. So let me move on to Leon Bailey, people. Leon Bailey, baller. All right.
you want to go first, or?
Yeah, man. We now have the bananas, and you have to go first, you know. Me can't go first, you don't know. Them say me eat the Phoenix camp, you know.
What? Yo, brother, listen. May, may I try compose myself? Leon Bailey, bro, Lego the people in football, no, brother. What in the why the man no want Lego the ball, boss? Something, I don't know if something wrong with the man. I don't know,
You
bro.
think
The
it
man
is
put
his
on.
competitive edge? You think it is his competitive
I
edge?
know what it is, bro. But the man just always seem like he want stifle the attack and just do everything by himself. Like, man, you know, I'm just give him a score. I think he was a little bit better than Whisper, and so I am going to give him a 6. I
A
don't think he
6.
was horrible, but him should have get substituted long before he.
All right, so let me go through his stats. 90 minutes played, the entire 90 minutes. After he thought he was coming off in the 65 minutes, Al Grimson, again, turn Al Grimson and do Al Grimson things. Keep him on the field.
Before I give him stats, shit, hold on. I hope in that stats. You remember in the last part of the game, like when they try shift the man in a corner and let's run straight up in the man.
In spatial awareness is incredible.
Like
Incredible poor. Incredible poor. The man is a frustration, brother.
Bro. Anyway, yeah, like, and the man free kick, the man could have beat the wall in the two. Like, man, like, bro, anyway, may I give him a 6 because.
Yeah, man. Al Grimson, please, man. Tell Leon Bailey come off for free kicks. Me, I beg you, please. We have a whole heap of talented footballers. A 2 years Leon Bailey a fight for free kick. You get me? Yeah, man. Tired of it, man. Bobby, massive respect for the super chat. People, we have 200 people in the house for an old long, man. Get the likes up on the video, man. We can't do this video under 200. The one thing about us, when we are talking, you can go and check the thing. Let me go through the stats, then. So massive respect for the super chat and everyone that supports likes and subscription. We need some subscription, guys. Get us to 8,100. Thanks to the 8,000. All right, 90 minutes played, 1 shot off target, 2 shots blocked. Dribbles attempted, completed 1 of 2. But I clearly saw more than that. But yeah, 1 of 2 they registered as dribbles. 47 touches is he tried 23 passes, completed 15, 65%. Across is attempted 2. He failed both of those. Long passes he did well in 3 of 3. Ground duels, he had 18 ground duels. He had 9 completed out of the 18, which is 50%. Aerial duels, he had 2 out of 4, which is good, 50%. He's not the tallest. He lost possession 18 times out of the 47, which is incredibly high. And 18 times out of the 47.
And people are complaining about Casey Palmer, brother. And them have the nerve to talk about Bailey play good and not as good. Bro, yo.
Yeah, but this is where you have to look at it. He was fouled 7 times. So people will be saying that he contributed to slowing down Honduras because he was one pushing forward to get fouls. He committed 4 fouls as well. So he's committing equal amount of fouls as to how he's getting fouled. So, yeah. But and then he completed 1 tackle. 1 tackle in the game. For me, so bad as what people think, I actually like the player.
Wait, before you give a score, change my score from a 6 to a 5.
To a 5, you're giving him.
After those stats, I not even know about the stats, you know. I just there use the eye test I may see from the game yesterday, bro. I may say, you know what? Him did decent and him did probably on par with Latibo there. But no, after hearing them stats, they know, bro. And now when you say them must start come back in on my head. Like, what? No, man, 5.
All right, so they said Ethan Pinnock and Low last possession more than 15 times. Ethan Pinnock had 97 touches, 2 times what Leon Bailey had, and last possession 13 times. All right, Low had 77 touches and last possession 17 times. So he lasted way less than Bailey as well. Way less than Bailey. In terms of how much more touches he had, how much more passes he completed to still have more possession loss than Bailey. All right, we have to be honest. Carl, massive respect for the membership, massive respect. And massive respect for the super chat as well. Everyone that donates to the channel, we really and truly appreciate it. All right. Yes. For me, it don't matter. Centre back shouldn't lose that many possession. That is true. Yes. But it still don't, because when you lose the ball, I hope you still give them an opportunity to come back at you. So it still don't help you. It still don't help your ball retention. Still don't help your ball retention. All right. Issa says, attackers are always going to lose the ball more. They are the ones trying things. That is true. That is true, Issa. But when you do it comparative to the others, we're going to pull it up and show you. All right. Yes, we're going to pull it up. So Issa, give your rating of the player. Give your rating of the player. For me, I gave him a 6. I think he posed problems to the team a lot more than how he created things for the team last night. So, and I actually respect the player, you know, because I think he means well, you know. But I think him is one of the players them that can be lost easily. They have skills, but yet still never really grew up the right way to do the right things them. You know? I think a 6 is okay for him. I have respect for him. I love that he has the attitude to try. Sometimes I don't like when he puts his head down. Eh?
Think about your 6. Remember that Nichols to true pass to Bailey and him run left the ball.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot that one when he run. Yeah. No. Issa. I think a 6 would be fair, you know, man. Issa. A 6 is too high, you know. The man gets some opportunity. 3 of the balls, them he ran left when he was the one dribbling, and also the one that Nichols give him. No, his awareness at a high level footballer is very poor, Issa. So I know in a heart you have to say a true way to talk. You know? I know you're baller, but you have to say a true. I will give him a 6. He does too many things wrong. Okay. So Issa, why it seems like me a war with you and you're giving the same score as me? Why you tell the Demo, me I got mad, you know. Because me a war with the man, you know. And he might give me the same score as him, you know. All right, so 6 to 5. The rating is from 4 to 6. So I think he's gonna get a 5 on the metric meter right here, a 5, because people giving him from 4 to 6. So a 5 barely gets as the rating today. You always think me a war. A Demo, you want to fight? Oh God. Why, Demo, what you do to Issa?
No idea. I must only and the fan boy, I don't know. Man was greatest today, boss.
All right. So we have Demarai Gray now. Demarai Gray, because Issa says I've always pronounced his name wrong. But remember, I do different languages, you know, as well. And maybe the alphabet, yeah, bad from me. I need to do better. I need to do better in English. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Demo. Demarai Gray.
So, real poster boy of Jamaica.
So,
One.
That's why people fight video. Why you just come out the real poster boy for Jamaica?
Anybody not like that, go and go complain to Kyle Butler. Poster boy for Jamaica. And the man come in and fit in like a hand in glove.
Demo, in your heart, Demo, because remember, you know, when I said Demarai Gray is better than Leon Bailey and he's going to come here and embarrass what Leon Bailey does in a Jamaica shirt, people beat me up, you know. But
I don't know if people beat the boss. I'm just saying
not happen. I have the clips them. I'm going to replay back the clips them before him come here and put timestamp on it and show all people like the boy Nitro, the one boy Nitro. Yeah, all them man, them I call them out, yeah. But, Demo, you know, see, you love big people worried. You come like me, you know. Because you hear it, you say? You hear it, you come like me, you know. You're similar to me, you know, even though you think some worse than I, you know.
Wait, so people are worried telling the truth?
So, hold on. So, what do you think people always are worried me? You think I just love war? Or I think I me come out and say the truth?
No, but I don't think that's something to say him a poster boy for Jamaica.
Okay, all right. So no, but you just come out and say the real poster boy. So you already try come back to the daily war. Demo, me know you know you're smart, Demo. You know what you do.
Listen to me, G. I don't know where I try to create, but may I tell
What
you,
me
the real
agree?
poster boy is
So
Demarai.
Demo, you don't see it as that. No, Demo, all me I say, Demo. Just listen to me, no, man. Listen to me, Demo. You're intelligent, brother. I mean, know that. You know what you do. And me I try to create nothing. You know, say for you say that, you're going to trigger a war in the chat. You know, Demo. Be honest to yourself, Demo. Me I create something, and you, Demo.
I'm
Go ahead, big boss.
I'm just speaking my opinion, brother. But if it kick off a war, then I just so. But me not trying to start no war, right? All right. So the real poster boy, Demarai.
Okay, hear him again.
Obviously, you know him lose. He make some stray passes in the game. I don't know how much football he's been playing since his whole transfer saga, and the man just come in on a field where not even good, and he make it look like say him a play on a different field. I know he misplaced a couple passes because me remember them right now, right? Especially one true pass him there trying to make where it's just completely off. But his overall game, his touch, him movement, him IQ, him runs, and that finish was outstanding, brother. I know some people might say, you know, it's an easy finish shot, you know. But the way how the man take the
An
thing in
easy
him
finish
stride,
shot.
opening body, brother, opening him instep and just finish that in the far corner. Bro, listen, that was just it was excellent, brother. And me give Pinnock man of the match, obviously. I'm gonna give him a 9.5. So I'm gonna give them a review just one below because they have an 8.5. So I'm gonna give him a 8. Like the man just look a step ahead of everybody else in terms of how him play, how him control the ball, how him take him finishes. Like you can just tell the difference, you know what I mean? And big up to them, I agree. I don't know if that's a goal contribution in every game in play since him come, but listen, the guy is electric. I think he came after a standing ovation at the National Stadium, which don't happen. Cause I never see that happen yet. When man come off and people are clap them when them come off. Normally, them a tell them both them mad and them like a something. There. So see Gray come off and I get a standing ovation. So big up them are agree in fitting like a hand in a glove. Not the man of the match. I mean, even though it was a winning goal and team, because Pinnock was world class and he was better. But them are agree definitely.
Hey, yeah. Hey, when him take
Hold on, Carla. Well, you can't just jump in, you know, and you try to go in there. You respect YouTube, you know. Because the man will beat me, you know. They must have compare stats. And we have fan of mine at a war. Because fan of mine was one of them when me I tell. So fan of mine at Nitro, he was one of them, you know. So him come across and I say, at Jamaica this. Love compare players, they must bring down one to exact one. Oh my God, fan of mine. It was a conversation, man. You see, you know you get it wrong. You just want to come and war now. Fan of mine. Come on, man. At least Nitro have the balls to say, yeah, man, we did wrong and JD did right. This man actually, him a serial finisher.
I understand, but we are comparing the players because it's a player rating. So we have to compare the players. I understand what I commit them mean. Like if the point of a player rating is to compare the players. Like better get it.
Yes, fan of mine. Come on, man. Sometimes you have to come out your feelings, big boss, man. We can have football discussion and we just leave. Every country do it. You go up England teams and say them a bring down. You get me? You can't say that everybody do their player rating. I see tactical them, America do them player rating. Come on, man. They would just have a good fun, man. The players them watching and them a laugh too as well, you know, because of this, them used to take the metric of the fans them. At these programs, them used to take the metric of the fans them. So the man them just do them thing, them know them for do better. The players them say them for do better. So come on, man. So great. 82 minutes played. 1 goal, 1 shot on target. Dribbles attempted 3 out of 5 completed. Touches only 31. Then he completed 9 out of 16 passes, which is 56. That is low. That is low. Long balls, only 2 he attempted. So this is not his productive day, as in the amount of things that he had done on the field. And in ground duels, he completed 4 out of 7. He lost possession 16 times with the 31 touches, which is a lot. Was fouled once. All right, was fouled once. For me, I thought that he's skilled. His first touch is the best in the entire team. His dribbling ability is the best in the entire team, and clearly his finishing is maybe the best in the entire team. Those 3 attributes is just different level. But I just believe that he believes in himself too much. You know, sometimes he can lay the ball off like what he did for Bobby Reed, and he scored off it. And luckily it was sadly it was deemed offside. I think sometimes he beats 2 players, Demo, and he still wants to beat the 3rd player. Like, you beat them easy. We know you have that talent. You know?
Yeah, like
just don't be the 3rd man. You don't have to be the 3rd man.
Yeah, when he make the run and them he beat about 3 man and then him get into the box.
Yes, don't be the 4th man. Don't be the 4th man. Don't be the 5th man. You don't need to beat so much players. We know you're one of the skillest players, but don't beat so much players. Pass the ball, because Pullman was on the line to just run through. So if you just put it inside, it's an easy one for Bobby Reed to run on and just slap it home. But he decided that he's going to go all the way to beat 4, 5, 6 man and put it in the back of the net. You know? But and that's why I think I would have dropped him down to an 8. Because of his goal. You get me? He overdoes it too much, you know?
Right? Give him an 8, right?
An 8 because he gets the goal. If he never got the goal, I would have given him a 7 or a 6.5 because he overdo it too much. You know, we know his skill, and one of the best signing for Jamaica, period. We saw that clearly by his output. But come on, man, we need to just play it simple a little bit more. That's all I'm going to say to him. Highly skilled player, and he did exactly what I thought to the region, and he proves my point to the region. When you're truly skilled, when you come here, you're going to be truly skilled. And everybody that we classed as truly skilled came here and showed that they are truly skilled. So a 8 for me. And so the next caller, go ahead, Big Boss. But I had to put that in. I had to make people see that I'm not biased. I am going to call him out. Yeah, you know? Yeah, man. So go ahead, caller. Big up. Hold on. Who is it? Official, Royal. You're not coming in. All right, so it looks like he's busy. Aldin says Bailey and Gray was. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, we might never did a come off of mute. It glitch for a second. What I was saying earlier, with regards to Demarai Gray, when he took the shot, he didn't took his eye off the goal. He didn't even look down. It was such an easy shot. And just the other day I was talking about how he came in, and the only game he hasn't contributed in was when we lost to Mexico in the semifinal. Every other game other than that, he always contributed some whether it's an assist or a goal. So it's like it was written in stone for Demarai Gray to come and perform for the national team. Now, with regards to Leon Bailey, I strongly feel somewhere down the line, somebody's gonna have to make the decision where they have a sit down and talk to him, because it's like it's not no. If it was a one-off situation, we would understand. But it's like when there's players open and you're trying to do too much with the ball, fans like me are gonna start to think you don't care about the national team. You're playing for yourself. You know what I mean? That's pretty much how I'm starting to feel, because if you have players open, even that last challenge when he tried to dribble past the player and he ran into the player and then fouled the player, a situation like that shouldn't even happen. Whenever we're in the attacking third, you should, as an attacker, your main goal should be trying to make the final pass, or at least getting the ball in the box, not trying to dribble and doing all this extra stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
All right. So give a rating for Bailey and Gray, so we can move on to the rating.
For Gray, I give him an 8. Bailey, in my book, he would just get a 6. A 6. People might disagree, but a 6 me give Bailey. He should have been substituted when he started his antics. That's just my
No,
opinion.
no, boss. We not disagree. I actually gave him a 5.
Yeah. So well, and we don't we'll go to the coach now because you want to go to the substitute because we have done a lot, almost 3 hours, guys. Please do smash the like button and get us up there over the 200, 300 likes because we're here for a while now, over 2 hours. I never even saw it. I had a Nigeria video to do. Now I have to miss my Nigeria video. Damn, man. Because I have some other things to do. The coach. How much we give the coach? Let me finish on the coach. How much we give the coach? And then I will take a few more comments. So we're doing 10, 15 more minutes. The coach. What you give the coach, Demo?
Yeah, so I guess for me, I mean, like me say, we won the game, we kept a clean sheet. I thought that his substitutions were decent. They came at a decent time, and more often than not, they were the right ones. I don't think that the starting lineup though was the best it could be. I don't know with Daniel Johnson for to get a start in the team, but the coach made the decision, and we won the game. So we can't really cuss. If we did lose, we probably could have cussed more. So I'm going to give him a 7, just because I think that his substitutions and the adjustments he made throughout the game, even though I never really liked the starting 11, so Daniel Johnson never did it. But yeah, so I'm going to give him a 7.5 to an 8. Because a win, clean sheet, I think that's the first win at the National Stadium since 2022. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7.
A 7 you give him. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, official.
All right, so my score for the coach now, would I give him a 6.5, mainly because when you're a coach of a team, you need to make a decision on spot. When you see a player doing too much, you need to make a decision. You can't allow stuff like that because over time it can discourage other players on the field. You know what I mean? So a 6.5 would be fine for it. One more thing real quick. Anybody else notice lower rush DJ at the end of the game?
What?
Yeah, lower rush DJ at the end of the game and people have to separate them. Stuff like that, me not really like see that, especially
What?
on TV.
I never saw that.
So that's one thing that I never like. But overall, the team did well, and the coach get him 6.5.
Oh my God. Oh God. So another player we're not gonna see in the team now. Jesus God. That is not good, man. That is not good. You should have told me before I give low in ratings. Maybe they'll go down to a 6. Yeah, no, because that affect the team morale, and you know it go demo. You know it go demo. Right.
After the corner, like I remember if Daniel Johnson there try waste. I don't remember what it was, but people cuss all the time, JD. You know, affect no.
Yeah, but me know why I said that. You remember me know things in demon, so I just try. Me know why, because that player, them not really, yeah. So I just hope Daniel Johnson get picked and we can have it because he's a good player, he's a good player, but he's not go back down from nothing. So hope with us, Yeah. Oh, yeah. But anyways, for the coach for me, I would agree with Demo. I thought that he got his lineup wrong. His tactics wrong, and I don't know if it's play them calling him out, because Lati Bodier say we got the tactics wrong in the first 45 minutes. So for a player coming out to say that is on your coach, You understand me? So I don't know if Lati Bodier calling out the coach there. So I thought that the coach got the tactics wrong for the first 45. Honduras was all over Jamaica, and I never expected that. I expected a more 50-50 game, and it was not a 50-50 game. It was more in advantage of actual Honduras. Well, I never expected that. I expected much more, even though we know that we wouldn't deal with the press so good. I expected better, So I thought that the coach lost a lot of points on me. His changes now, coming on, I want to say that was better because every change that I said, this is the player I need to come on, I realized him put him on because the game was crying for that and everybody in the world seeing the changes and he made the changes them on time. All right. So even though he started off poor, what he did to pick up the players and shut down certain holes and certain channels, I want to give him credit for that. So I would agree with the demo. I would turn out to give him an actual 7 because he made the changes at the right time. Maybe he could have made one change that I want at a time, but I'm not gonna be so spoiled. I'm okay with what he did, and I think a 7 is respectful. So I agree. I think a 7 I would give the coach. All right. Let me take some of the comments now. Ian says, if Low attacked DJ, his rate would be okay. Coach should let Whisper stay and take off Bailey. That's what Issa says. Robert Smith says, a win is a win. 10 for the win, straight up. Fana said, they were playing too deep and weren't stretching the team enough. The coach words. The coach also said he puts Palmer higher after he assessed that. Okay, so he assessed that Palmer was too deep. All right, okay, fair enough. Cygnus, bless up yourself, said, I saw the confrontation, but until we know what it was about, we should not speculate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we never gave any false news. They only set it up on. And I'm saying, oh God, I'm just hoping they don't take anything off this because you guys don't know some of the things that will take place. And them things, they kind of impact selection and stuff there. So I just hope all of that, we have a good set of players. Don't take out play out of the team because you can't get, next man can't get on with a player and them stuff there. So that's what I was alluded towards. You get me? Who think you should who you think should be the captain, JD? Jesus God. Demo. You think and that's what Umza said, you know? I don't know if the guys are still here. Let me see if they are still here. Demo is not here. All right. So we have official here. Who would think the captain should be?
You know, honestly, we could give the captaincy back to either Blake or we could nominate Pinnock. No, people saying that we don't know what it is about. This is my final statement on the topic. When you're playing certain games on TV, the world is watching. Certain situations should be handled in the locker room. I know what I saw with my eyes. People have to separate them. It's not false news. So my main point was I don't like seeing stuff like that on TV. Do it in the locker room where everybody now have to talk about it. Zin, that's it on that topic.
Okay. For me, I think based on what we saw, if Blake is there, Blake becomes the captain. The second captain for me would have been Ethan Pinnock in my team. But obviously, I have no problem if Low is the captain because he's there for a while now. So maybe because he's there for a while, you have to give experience, and he plays with his heart and his sleeve. So you already know that backs up as well. So he would be in the top 3, but I think Ethan Pinnock would be ahead of him for me. But Blake would have been the first captain. So Blake would be the captain for me, and then second, I would go for Pinnock, and then third, I would go for Low. But because of Low being there longer than Pinnock, I have no problem with Low being the captain. You understand me? I think Pinnock is at a disadvantage because he misses too much games. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But based on the quality of the player, and when he comes in, what he does, he leads from the front. I want to say that in natural ability, I would give Blake first and then Pinnock second. But I have no problem if Low is the captain as well. Obviously, that fighting thing don't spell well for me now when I know what actually took place. I don't know what took place, so I can't really talk on it so deep. Yeah, Low is the captain. Why you guys want to take it from him? Guru, please listen. I have not said I'm taking any captain from Low. All right, I said I would put Ethan Pinnock ahead of him based on the quality that Ethan Pinnock possesses on the field, but I wouldn't put Low far behind. Low would be third place, and Blake would be my captain always because he was the captain before. That's what I've said. Just please listen to what I'm saying, man. Sometimes you guys are arguing on things that I've not said. You know, fourth place for captain. All right. Bobby Reed for captain as well. Yeah, Bobby Reed showcased good skills. Yeah. So people, we have done Low doesn't captain quality. Low told the fan to suck it them. Mother, okay. Wow, when he did that fan of mine, that I don't know all of the no, it's so Guru is someone. I remember you just as you asked question in the show. This is an opinionated show with you guys asking questions, and on top of when I'm done with my analysis, I just go straight to what you guys are asking, and we just chop it up from there. Yeah. Ulo was fighting. They said he was clashing with Daniel Johnson. You know? So I don't know. I'm going to research it myself. That is something new to me. That's why I can't give any statement on it, because I did not know. I was just learning about it live. All right. DJ is always pacifying player. If DJ start, he is the best for captain. Yeah, DJ. I don't know. We know the fights and stuff. Then based on what I research about him, I don't think he would make a good Jamaican captain. I think he has the ability to do so. But I don't know in Jamaica, I don't think so. All right, Signal says, dude, Carla, you're in your living room. These players just finished a tough game, so stop telling them how to act in the heat of war. They probably had a drink after the game. All right, fair enough. Okay. No, he was clashing with Honduras players. Yeah, he was fighting on the field. That is true. Yeah, we know about that Honduras, but he was fighting his own player as well. So, but anyways, Jamali Wade can keep. We didn't miss Blake at, oh God, Lulu. We gave Jamali Wade his credit. You see him get a big 8 there and a star beside his name. We agree with you, all right? The Reggae Boyz have some emotional fans. How can you get mad at a person asking questions? Bobby Buns? No, Bobby Buns. Be careful. In the Jamaican terms, your name does not come off well. So, Bobby, you don't name. So, Bobby, no buns. All right? So, Bobby, no buns. Yes. Yeah, that's how the Jamaican culture is. But remember, I'm Jamaican as well. Yeah. So we have to switch, talk from different sides as well, Everyone have the rights to their opinion. That is true. Ethan Pinnock had to be calming down low, straight. So who is the real captain? Oh, wow. Okay, so I never saw those things. Maybe I was too busy fighting with people in the chat to miss that. Damn. Pinnock makes a big difference in the back. Low is too erratic. Okay. Captain must be disciplined. All right. So that means people agree with me. Ethan Pinnock would have been my second captain. Andre Blake the first. Yeah. And as what Lulu says, weight is very good. So save it up to Lulu. He's not. All right. So Chavis, big up yourself. Too much emotions involved. And we have to credit Low. We have to, even though sometimes we beat him, I think when he comes out there, he seems to want to fight, And a lot of people said that the other mans don't come in and fight, which is a lie, because I saw Demarai Gray. I saw the person that fights the hardest on the pitch would have to be Lati Bodir. Lati Bodir seems like he's always in a war. I never expected to see him play that way, because really and truly, he does not play that way for other teams, I think he plays a little bit harder for Jamaica. I don't know if it's because he watches some of these channels and see how the fans them is. He's trying to overcompensate. Yeah, he plays very hard, man. Like every game, he's a borderline red card. I'm very sorry. I like the kid. It's my ball as well. But I think he's trying to prove too much, man. He can just do the simple things, man. Yeah, man. He's very tough tackling, man. Good Lord, man. So I'm putting 2 tackles. I'm saying, oh, these are not yellow cards. So it's when Dima talk about the VAR helps us. I thought that if VAR was there, Latibody gets a yellow card long time in that game. You understand me? And maybe pick up a second yellow card too as well. So I think VAR helps both of the teams. Lati wanted to play the role of destroyer for us, which is very good. Our midfield, it was soft. Yeah, but him tackle too hard. Yeah, man, man. We can say Lati Body could have gotten 2 yellow cards yesterday. Man, him tackle too hard, people, man. So tell me I'm lying. People tell me I'm lying. The man tackle it's my ball, you know, people. City production, you know. But he tackles too hard, man. Lambert came in and said the things at the end. Jura says, Lambert, no, Juras. Lambert can flick in some tackles sometime, but I think Lati is very tough tackling, man. He's very tough tackling. Am I lying, people? Yes or no? Because he tackles too hard, man. So Lati, please. I know sometimes you're in there with an next person and not 3, but take your time with those big tackles, you know? How the man say I saw him play. All right, he's the destroyer. So Lati, take a red card for Jamaica, you know, because he like how you play, you know. I can't tell the people the truth. Yeah, JD. Sometimes Lambert don't play so. Yeah, he plays hard as well. But I think Lati takes it up to a different notch. He wants to do something out there. But people, we have to talk the truth. Yeah, we have to say the things that we saw, you know. Him tackle too hard, man. He need to calm down, man. Lambert didn't have his best game. Lati is indeed a hard tackler. He's sending a message. Yes, man. Too hard, man. My God, man. Every tackle of that man, you have to I wonder if he's going to get a yellow card. Right? This trial don't mean red card, JD. Man, for the mission, all I'm saying is, the man can get yellow cards on a rapid if if you have VAR and certain refs are reffing against us. You get me? Yes, I'm watching too much games and he tackles them. When he lefts the tackle on you, I am telling you, the ref will have to come down on him and say, yo, the first 2 tackles in the game, who the ref talking to in the game? You see, like how you guys like to fight against me. The first 2 tackles in the game, who the ref talking to? Now, Lati here? Somebody just calm down. Take time with running through the players them. Take time. Lati is our future captain and should be the vice captain. All right. Martinez for Manu is a hard tackler without getting red card. All right, tell you what. Lati Body here, do what you want because it's the same people in the chat now. Just fight against me every single time. We'll be cussing when you get a red card. That's all I'm going to tell you. Lupan Ramos, Pepe Casemiro. All right. So you guys are okay with it, the heavy challenges, challenges from Lati Body here. Yes or no, people? Let me end the show on that. Yes or no? That's all I'm going to say. Yes or no? Are you okay with these tacklings? Let me know. The man and the ball get past him only once. Yes, Umzo. Yes, yeah. He's gonna broke a man foot. Dirty Harry said, never got to see the game. Just see clippings. Love the victory. Here the next victim. Reggae Boyz to the world. Yeah, man. So fan of mine that says, no, he does not like the hard tackling. Real Baller said, red card contender. Nana versus Lati. Love them both. Same way. Michael said he does not like the strong tackling. Owen says he likes it 100%. So that means Lati Body will be watching and taking notes. All right, 17 people like the big boss lace tacklings them. All right. Boss lace coming next time. Mac Entertainment said broke a man foot. No. Oh God. VAR not for yellow card, JD. 1 Jenna. All right then. All right. You see when I make excuse for the big tackles them. All right. Jesus said, Uncle, we get lash every day, all day. Oh my God. Yo, we are some of the worst fans in the world. And if the man gets a red card, we are going to be the same. All right, you know what? I love that I brought up the same topic so we can clip it back when him get 2 yellow card. All right. Brock foot tackle, Lati, I deal with. All right. Guru said we need 2 players. Let them in every team. Okay. You say you need those 2 players in every team. Him get no red card for we do J. We know. No, him not getting a red card. Him not getting a red card. But I'm saying, I think sometimes him play on the line too much, you know, in these games. That's all I'm saying. He plays on the line too much. The tackles are very strong. Even when he gets a yellow card, the tackles don't change. So it looks like he's just always hard tackling, you know. Lati, a real Jamaican. We no powder, no boy. Oh God. Lati gets out of position a lot too. Yes. Those Spanish boy plays nasty. So why should Lati back down? Alright. The ref now protect the Jamaican players. So it got to our players. The man them did a war out there. Alright. Madness the man them I talk about Brookfoot. No, Robert Smith, them people, them comment here. No normal. Shake the tree, but no broke no foot, no limbs. Oh God. I understand you, JD, but I saw it go rough house. All right, you know what? All right. I will not. So when we come back to a match, you know, and the results don't go away because of the big tackles, then, you know, and maybe an early yellow card change the way and the direction of how we could have played, you know. So I'm just bringing it up because we know that people saw it, because I saw people saying, good tackle, bust him lace. Jesus Christ, it's 2023, man. Why are we talking about bust him lace? Ethan Pinnock, a shield bar with his chest plate and a take away 2 players at one time. Just his intelligence taking away players. And then you over here, everybody getting excited of a man busting the next man lace. But you know what, we are Jamaicans, and one thing about us, we don't like anything boring. One thing I know, we don't like nothing boring. Pure excitement. Jamaica, our Jamaica motto should not be out of no many one, no people. It should be excitement, period. Jamaica, excitement. Lives here and dies here. Excitement. That's a new motto for Jamaica. Excitement. Lives here, dies here. Nothing else. Sometimes coffee, sometimes tea. Lace of a bus sometimes. Pinnock makes it look too easy. Yes, the man take out 2 players with 1 chest control and then shift go wide and play the devastating pass, you know. JD, your Suriname needs some of that for that big boss lace. All right. Samson said that player reminds me of Rudolph Astin. Rudolph Astin picks up a lot of yellow cards as well, you know. yeah. Rudolph Astin was terrible with those big tackles. My goodness, what a man can lose him head. Jesus God. Rudolph Astin is something else, you know, man. That man put some big tackles in him, man. Honduras players played physical too. They had about 6 yellow cards, but those yellow cards was not based on tackles. They want to physically fight and bad up the referee, and some of those were on the referees as well. I think the referee was fed up of them. Some of our tackles were even harder than them, but because we are not fighting the referee, I think he was fed up of them, you know? Yeah, I think that's how they got a lot of cards. The fighting of the... I saw one of them got a yellow card. He was not even in the tackle. And he got a yellow card because he was fighting. You know, he was fighting with the referee saying that, oh, they're making this tackle and you're not giving them a card. So, you know, that was what really brought them out as well. Me no worry, none at all. Okay, fair enough. Ball got to Pinnock, and a lot of fans had the same sentiments. No man, Pinnock does prove that when I heard man before saying that King should play over Pinnock, me I wonder what kind of football glasses they need or whatever, man. You know, but Pinnock is one of the best footballers Jamaica ever get, man. Pinnock is not normal people, man. And didn't saw the entire game, just saw when Gray scored the goal. Who we playing Tuesday? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I've spent 3 hours and I have not talked about what is next and everything, because obviously I've watched all the games, assist all of the teams as well. All right. So at this point, Jamaica first, and then everyone on one point, aside from Honduras because they lost the game. But surprisingly, Honduras. Based on play, Honduras looks like the best team. We can all say that. Based on play, Honduras looks like the best team, but they are on 0 points. Out of all the teams that watch, Honduras looks like the best team. Jamaica still looks like the most dangerous forward players. We still look like we can use individual brilliance to get us over the line. That's what I would say. But I think this group is going to come down to very tough metrics. Grenada does not look as bad as what I thought. 80 missed 3 key players. They missed Para, which would have given us our backline sort of problem because he's 19 foot 50 inches. I don't know what kind of metrics that I'm talking about, but Para is like a giant and he's very fast, highly skilled as well. He's not there. Doka Nazan, their main talisman, is not there as well. And Arca, from the right back position, is not there as well. One of the defensive midfielder is not there as well. So 4 of their best players are not there. Plus Sade comes back in goal, so that is a help for them. They do have Ade there. Etienne never played well. Anthony never played well. You understand me? So their midfield still looks good, just the same. So that is a problem because their defensive midfield look better than us. So that is a problem. Are they still springing long range passes? So that is a problem as well. So I think it's going to be a physical battle between Haiti and Jamaica. And I would not be surprised if we get a red card in that damn game. Yes, I think it's going to be a next physical battle with this Asian team. They don't have the forwards that would have scared us. Because if they had their 2 forwards, their forward line would have been as devastating as us. But they don't have those 2 forwards. And 4 of their top players is out. Their 4 best players is out of the team. Their 4 best players are out of the team. 4 best players. Papa Pickle is there, JD. No, Para is not there. Para was not there yesterday. None at all. We never saw him none at all, and the Asians them said he's not there, and they don't know what happened, if they kicked off with the federation or something. But all of their best players, their 4 best players, not there. They have a good squad just the same, because they are not a poorly rated team. We know that. But they are not as strong as how they could be. If they had everybody, I think it's way more of a 50-50 battle with them and Jamaica. But I want to say Jamaica, even though we're not passing the football the best, we're still slightly at the edge because we have players that can just do something out of nothing. I don't think they have the same quality. I don't think Anthony shows the skill set that everyone rates him at. Etienne was very poor yesterday. Yeah. So let's see. JD Grenada didn't play good. Your Suriname is just horrible. All right. I would love to know why Jamal Lowe gets sidelined in DC. I would not talk about that because I explained it a long time. Lati know where and when to play like that because he don't play like that in the Gold Cup. Good win, 3 points. Yes, so guys, let me explain the condition. We saw 6 teams here, but don't pay the 6 teams any mind. We only play 3 out of the 6 teams. And we play 80 twice. Alright? And it's only 2 teams going through. So that simply means you have 2 teams that Jamaica plays none at all. And you have 2 teams that Jamaica plays once. Which is Grenada 1 time and Honduras once. So Honduras can still go 9 points in this group. And Jamaica can't stop them from attaining that 9 points. So it makes the group ridiculously difficult. So Jamaica cannot drop any points against one of their competitors. So they got the 3 against Honduras, which is good. So they can't afford to drop any points against Haiti. Any points against Haiti. They have to win all of their matches against Haiti. In the event of two or more teams finish on equal points, the following rule break is goal difference first. All right. So even though Jamaica beat Honduras, if Jamaica drop points or lose a game, Honduras get all 9 points and Jamaica and them finish on 9 points, and they can't beat their goal difference, Honduras can still top the group. So you still have to make sure you make numbers up and get points. It's a very tricky method from Concacaf. I don't know why it makes sense to do so, but they believe that it makes sense. You know, but I think it makes no sense of having a group and you don't play people. You know? We can lose one game or draw one online. We can draw a game, but I would not trust the losing a game for no minute, because we still have teams that's playing 3 games that has nothing to do with Jamaica. So if they win their 3 games, that's 9 points. And if they win their all 4 games, that's 9 points. Because Suriname does not play Jamaica none at all. Cuba does not play Jamaica none at all. You understand me? So if they can amass 10 points of their own, then Jamaica finish on 9 points and then drop out. That is not a fair competition. What say you guys? You think that's a fair competition? Not saying that will happen, you know. But you have to make the competition be in a competition. So that means you can impact a next player, a next team's outcome. You understand me? Yes, it's 2 teams go through. So it's yeah, that is my problem, you know? Yeah, 2 teams go through. So that's where the complication comes in, and that's why it's like a win all games. And make sure you beat your rivals them. Beat the hardest teams them. So Honduras, Haiti are the teams that you have to beat in order to ensure that you go through, you know? JD, I actually Surinamese. He came to Jamaica to work at Sandals. Oh my God. All right, so people, we have done everything I've explained to you. Yeah, the metric doesn't make sense. I think Concacaf is terrible with what they're doing. They're setting up one of the big teams to not go through, because Honduras are 80 or Jamaica not going through. Jamaica get the best start of 3 points, but 2 of the 80 are Jamaica not going through. Regardless of how the points total sets now, 80 are Jamaica not going through, because 80 has to play Jamaica twice. So any one of them win, or if Jamaica draw 2 times, Jamaica has to be on 5 points and then try to make is a must win for their final game, and then that will put them on 8 points. And 8 points is not a surety to go through out of 2. You see the difference? So Jamaica have to beat 80 out of one of the games, if not all 2 games. So it's just Concacaf and their dodgy metrics. Their dodgy metrics that makes no sense. Play 5 games. Every team play 5 games. Obviously, we talk about travelings and maybe they're saying the federations does not have enough money. But play 5 damn games. Or play 2 games at one location. Yes, do it some way to make you play 5 teams. Because you're still playing 4 matches. You're still playing 4 matches, people. So why you don't add 1 more match on it, and then play all the teams? Would that not make more sense? Regardless of the traveling. It's not fair. Corruption all the way. Yes, I think it's corruption all the way. It is. Jamaica should finish on 12 points, Mirak says. Based on what I saw yesterday, I have to see them in 80 and the first match with 80. 80 never looked good in certain areas of the pitch, but Jamaica never looked good either. So I have to just wait until I see them in 80 first match, and I would look for them to pick up 3 points first. You understand me? Because I don't want you to draw and then have to go and play 80 away. You get me? Because I think that's going to be a next tough game. All right? Yes. So I'm not sure if Jamaica will finish on 12 points. That's why we're having this conversation. If we had sure, or if we believe that would have happened, then we wouldn't really care about the 4 matches. Hope we do in the end, though. All right? So people, take care. Have a nice day. We have done our post-match. Thanks for the continuous support. Thanks for the subscription, guys. You have made us pass 7,000, 8,000, and not just 8,000. We already each 8,070. So I can't make the Nigeria game because I have my kid to deal with. So, for Nigerian fans, I'm very sorry, but I'm going to try my best to come and do a post-match for it, all right? They need to be more accurate with their passes. That's what Kemar says. So, people, smash the like button on your way out. Subscribe. Thanks to all the people that donated, and thanks to all the people that becomes members, because you guys keep my channel running, because obviously I have to pay my light bill. I have to pay my deal at my business as well. So when I come here, it's not free. So everybody that contributed, always, I have to give you guys massive shout out. And everyone that watches the video, because I get paid off the video. So I never come and bother people about money. All right, yes, but I always respect the people that hit the like button and support the views as well, because it helps we to sustain this running. All right, so take care and have a good day. I will be back sometime, maybe tomorrow or so. Peace out, take care. All right, bye bye.